What's going on, everyone? Hope you've had a safe and awesome week. Saturday and 7 o'clock just seems to be getting here earlier and earlier. But we got some stuff to talk about tonight. I hadn't read a ton of comics, but I did go see Supergirl twice, and we're gonna have a little bit of a discussion on that one, folks. We're not gonna get spoilery or anything like that, and we got somebody coming in later on. They're gonna tell us our thoughts. Will probably be different from the thoughts that two or three of us have, but it's always good to have differing opinions on things. But got a couple things I'm going to talk about. And then when we get into the show, we got a ridiculous amount of popcorn buckets and cups now. Let's just say that. So first up, as always, folks, if you're into Ben 10, you should check out the EXP exclusive UV cover by Eric Canetti. I've only read the first two issues of Ben 10. I don't have like the nostalgia for it because I didn't have cable growing up as a kid. But those first two issues have been really solid. So, fan of this cover. Phone going off. Fan of this cover. Make sure, if it looks like your jam, scan that QR code, check it out. And on beside just this, there's a bundle package that has all the covers by Jay Fosgitt for issue 1. That's an EXP exclusive. So, again, I say this all the time now when we talk about these books. I've never worked in a comic shop. I've always only ever been a comic fan. So being a part of a place that does things like this and being a part of it as a fan is just amazing. It's super cool. So again, if either one of these interests you folks, make sure you scan that QR code, check it out. Got a couple Kickstarters. One doesn't even have a pre-launch page, but you'll be seeing it on Tuesday, or at least I didn't see the pre-launch page. But our good buddy Garrett Gunn has a book coming out called Muscle Mommies from Mars. Hey, Lorena, good to see you. Good to see you. Glad to hear everything worked out all right with what's been going on with you. Thanks for showing up. Good to see you. And I said that like 4 times. I'm sorry. I'm super jacked tonight. But this is dropping Tuesday. And, of course, it's going to be a mature reader book. But I can't wait. It's Garrett. So, we're definitely going to love it. Wanted to talk about the pre-launch page for O'Hare, which is the next chapter in Scott Wilkie's Periwinkle Saga. Pre-launch page. Drop that link in the chat right there. Cannot wait for this. Have been loving everything that Scott's been doing with this universe. Then we got also coming from Bad Bug, Astro Witch Volume 1. It's by Ruben Romero and Corey. I forget Corey's last name, and I apologize for that. Balker, I think. Oh my goodness, I'm embarrassed by that. But check this one out. This is a full volume. It's got 3 or 4 days left on it. And then the last Kickstarter I want to talk about. Where did it go? Here we go. Is from Comics Tribe, Gralgor and Shanks. Now, Gralgor and Shanks is a dwarf and an orc solving mysteries. So think Lord of the Rings meets Knives Out. I'm a huge, huge fan of Comics Tribe and everything that they do there. So let me drop that link in the chat right there. Make sure you check that one out. Now, I'm going to do this real quick. Make sure you check out the EXP Live. Tons of great shows. There's a show in particular I'm going to be talking about once we get into the swing of things. So let me go ahead and do this so I can bring on our guests, and then I got to pop off for just a second. But I want to go ahead and introduce one half of the Weirdos, the weird one himself, Eddie Von B.
Hey, what's up, Jay?
What's going on, brother? And then Sean's going to meander for me while I pop off camera for just a minute. But yes, Sean's here. I'll be right back.
Who dat? Who dat?
Who? Where?
What's up, brother?
Going on, man?
Same old, same old. Looks like your freaking weather is going to come up here next week. I'm not too happy about that.
Huh.
They're saying it's going to be 98 on Wednesday, and I'm like, just shoot me. Just shoot me. And the low is supposed to be 80. That's disgusting. That is just disgusting.
Yeah, that's Texas in a nutshell.
You can keep it, brother. I don't want it.
Yeah, well, the real difference is what's your humidity going to be?
Terrible. They said the dew point was going to be like 76. So it's going to be sopping, sticky, yucky. Thank God I have central air conditioning kind of weather.
Right.
A lot of people up here don't have it because, we rarely get that hot. And it's like, you guys are crazy. There's no way.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, wow, he's back.
About time, dang it. You've been gone for at least a second.
I know. So, before we get too into it, as I did say, we watched Supergirl. We're not going to talk about it just yet. It's going to be non-spoilery. We got a whole show next week or so. We're going to be doing on that. There's going to be non-spoilery talk, but I did want to show off some of the cool stuff we got. So, I'll show the stuff we got when Jenna and I went Thursday. So let me move over here a little bit. There we go. We got cup. Very cool. We got a collection of these by now.
That looked like Supergirl.
They did.
Crazy.
Then we got this popcorn bucket. Very similar, at least that picture, to the Superman one.
Now, are those like plastic, collectible, reusable, or are they cardboard? Oh, they're metal.
Yeah.
Nice.
You got the inside of it, a bunch of crazy. This is the part that Jenna liked the most.
Oh, what is in there?
It's just
going on in there.
Yeah, it's just random like stuff in Kryptonese, and I don't know if they call it Kryptonese in this universe yet, but that's usually what it's called, their language. Yeah, a bunch of cool.
That's
cool
pretty
stuff
rad.
on the inside.
Did that have popcorn in it?
Oh yeah, we ate that popcorn. Then of course Jenna saw this, and it's the opposite of our floppy-eared boy, but a little crypto plush.
Does he actually wear a collar like that? I never noticed that.
Yeah, it's just more pronounced in the little plushy thing.
I never noticed him having the S on it.
Yeah.
So,
When he's got the cape on, he's got the little S's at the bottom of the collar.
I guess I never paid attention.
There we go. So then when we went today, Sean got us tickets. We went and saw an IMAX. Now the IMAX one had something really cool. This is, and I'm hoping I'm pronouncing the name right, Bilquis Evely IMAX exclusive cover for Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow #1. So this is the artist that did the original Woman of Tomorrow. She did a cover, and this thing is dope. So we were able to grab two of them. Sean got one. I say I got one, but we all know it's Jenna's. So we got that. So that was really cool. And then I got another popcorn bucket. This one is a little more angular, and the reason it's angular is because it has this lid. And it's still got popcorn in it, so you're going to see me eating on this while we're doing the show. Then, look, I know that there's a picture of this thing out on the internet, folks.
The picture does not do this thing justice.
The picture, well, I'm talking about a different picture that somebody kind of photoshopped to make it look worse. This thing is actually
where she's kicking? Oh, that thing. Yeah. Yeah, that looked really bad.
Yeah, it does not look like you can actually. Yeah,
Yeah, you can tell it's a jacket now.
and then you got the little. It had 3 different figures, but they handed me this one, and this is kind of the one that Jenna wanted anyway. So I was like, okay, cool. And
So that just sits up there, or is that how you can refill it?
no, it just sits up there.
Oh, okay.
I think there's a Lobo and a Supergirl one as
Cool.
well. So
That's the only thing that we didn't get was the Lobo popcorn tin.
that one we might order it. We haven't decided on that yet, but it was there at both places. But I don't know. I will say this about this cup, holding it, because what they did was I bought the cup and they gave me a large to fill up. We didn't fill this one up. So this is like my first time actually holding this thing. It's easier to hold than the one I got for Superman that's in the Fortress of Solitude. I can tell you that. This one is definitely a lot more, what do they call it? Ergonomic, whatever that's called. Ergonomic. Thank you.
Does that jacket come off of that, or is that like right?
No, it's like lightly glued on there. Like if you wanted to pull it off, I think you could.
Well, I was thinking more about if you wash it, is it going to fall apart kind of thing?
Yeah, that's the other thing. I think this is going to be a hand wash only type of deal.
Yeah.
But really cool. Nice texture.
It looks a lot better on your camera than it's at the internet.
Yeah. And quite honestly, man, I don't know what it is about the Supergirl suit, but I like the Supergirl suit much more than Superman's, and I don't know why. But I don't know. But
so you want Superman to wear a skirt? You're saying?
Why not? Go ahead, David.
Let him swing.
That's right. So yeah, that's the stuff we picked up. Again, the non-spoilery thoughts on the movie. Really dug it. I put it up there with me personally, up there with Superman. I can watch those movies back to back. A lot of stuff missing. Obviously, they couldn't do a 1-to-1 to the comic. A lot of stuff they added. I do have my gripes about it, just like I had about Superman. Like, this is not a flawless movie by any means. Better curves. There you go. And what's going on? Again, we'll do a spoiler show kind of next week or week after, something like that. We will have somebody coming on, like I said, telling their thoughts about it. But my first thoughts about it, it was good enough for me to watch it twice. I'll probably watch it the same amount of time that I'll watch Superman. I really enjoyed it, and Jenna really enjoyed it. And for me personally, us enjoying the movie is worth more to me than if it made $1 billion or 20 cents in a thing of lint at the box office. Like, I don't care about that stuff. I know a lot of reviewers aren't really digging it, but again, I listen to people's opinions on things, but if I enjoy something, I mean, trust me, I love a ton of movies that people hate. I know it. Like, we just watched a movie called Freaks of Nature the other night. Now, I love that movie. She loves that movie.
You mean the one from like the 40s?
No, not One of Us, not that one.
Okay.
This one is like the best way to explain it is if you look at the Disney Channel movie Zombies, but made it rated R. That's what Freaks of Nature is. And it's even got Vanessa Hudgens in it and Nicholas Braun. Nicholas Braun was the really tall, lanky dude in Sky High. So that's the best way I can explain that movie. Think or Disney Zombies, but rated R.
You're rated R.
Rated R superstar. So, no spoilers. What'd you think?
I enjoyed it. Like, it felt like a young woman on a journey with a young woman and her dog. There is nothing like somebody in their like late 20s, early 20s and their dog. And you could feel that like in a real. You could feel that in the movie. And like, I'm trying not to think of not to spoil it.
You liked it.
I enjoyed it. Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
And then surprisingly, like, I just got back from Kroger's and the lady there, she was like, yeah, I liked it too. And the gas station, they're like, yeah, we really liked it. Now the dude behind me didn't like it, but meh.
Yeah. Exactly. We're really just going to go around until the other guest gets here.
Who are we waiting on?
It's a surprise.
Oh.
Surprise for the folks.
What is it with fragile people? When you start talking about comics. So the lady at the gas station, she's just getting into comics and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So she was asking me, she was like, because it's this comic. She was asking me, it was like, what is it like compared to the comic? Because she went and saw it last night at midnight. She drove all the way an hour and a half to downtown to go see it because they didn't have, like, she got off at like 11:30 at night. She was like, I want to see this movie. So she went to go see one of the like middle of the night showings in downtown. And I was like, well, good for you. She was like, I really liked it, but what's the comic like? So I was like, well, in the comics, not to spoil stuff for you guys, but in the comics, a couple of small differences. And the person behind us was like, what's a little girl like you know about comics? And I was like, I gotta walk away. And she just started laughing. I was like, really? Why? Oh.
Yes, but you enjoyed the movie.
Should have turned around to him, bitch. I run a fucking comic YouTube channel. I run a fucking comic
I
show.
feel like a guest at this point occasionally.
Right.
Who do we have?
Then we got and Lorena. Yeah.
Hey, Lorena.
Oh,
Lorena, can you please send me your gamer tag again? I went to go find it last week and I couldn't find it for some reason in the comments. Comments. What are words?
Yeah. All right. So before we get to Sean, I'm gonna leave Sean for last on this one.
Oh.
Ed, have you thought about seeing this movie? Like, has any of the trailers or anything made you excited? I know you hadn't seen it yet, but has any of the trailers?
Nothing had made me super excited to see it, but I want to see it because I know it has something to do with Superman, and I loved Superman. So, but I know I'm going into this with a clean slate. I know nothing about the character. You had me read the comic like back in January, but that's in and out by now. I'd have to read it again to remember. But yeah, I plan on watching it when I can. But I'll probably wait for it to stream.
Yeah, no, and don't blame you. She says hi.
Hi.
Don't blame you on that at all.
Especially since you pricks are sending your weather up here next week. It's supposed to be 98 on Wednesday with a low of 80. That is disgusting.
It was 103 yesterday.
So light jacket weather.
Yeah.
I will slap you right now.
My car was reading, and usually it's a little low. My car was reading 99, but my phone said the feel like was between 103 and 105.
Yeah. Well, you guys deserve it down there. We don't do that stuff up here.
And that was in the shade, by the way.
Easy.
That was in the shade.
Easy.
The funny thing is, though, is that when that kind of stuff does happen up here, I shouldn't say this. I'm going to end up jinxing myself. But there's a lot of people, we don't bother with an air conditioner. It hardly gets hot. Yeah, okay. All right.
Did you hear what's happening in the UK right now with the heat wave?
Oh.
People are getting fined 110 pounds, which is like, what is the exchange rate? I can't remember. I think it's close to like
I could stand to drop like 60. Maybe I should go over
there. For every day that they run their AC during the daytime of the heat wave.
Nah, you can.
And then like places are sold out of like window units, like everywhere.
So what would be the point of an air conditioner then? You're supposed to sweat your nuts off all day and turn it on at night.
Well, the thing is, they don't think that. They're like, oh, our houses are built for like airflow, so it's not that hot. And I mean, comparatively to here, we keep the inside of our house their heat wave. So.
Well, there's this thing called an air fryer. So hot air doesn't necessarily cool you off anyway.
Yeah. But like their heat wave, I think is almost, I think Celsius to Fahrenheit, it's like 76 or 78. I think that's the exchange rate of Celsius to Fahrenheit. It's in the like mid 70s, and they're talking about how it's record breaking heat.
Mid 70s is a heat. You're talking Celsius?
No, that's Fahrenheit. That's the
mid Celsius or mid 70s Fahrenheit is a heat wave. That's
hold on. Let me check because it's 36 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, no, honey, that's a lot more than that. You double it and add 32. So
that's what it is. Thank you, Ed.
Yeah. It's actually not double. It's like 7 or
My phone's
what is
asking
that?
if I'm a robot. It's 96.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand the heat a little more. But then people are coming here and they're like, this is the hottest it has ever been, ever. And I was like, not really. This has been a really cool June for us.
The exact formula is 9/5 Fahrenheit plus 32.
And
It's
then,
not
oh, I'm
quite
sorry. I was wrong. It's 32 over there right now, which means it's, you said, what was the formula?
It's
77.
9/5 of that, so almost double, and then you add 32.
So what is that? 88,
So if it's
89?
if it's 32, double it, that would be 64, and then
Yeah.
add 32, that would be 96.
I don't know. That feels weird.
Well, that would be a heat wave. 75 sure wouldn't be.
Well, I know earlier they said this year it was because they were like, oh my God, I can't believe it's 26. And I was like, hold on. What's the exchange rate again?
9/5 Fahrenheit plus 32.
Yes. Just getting a little mathy in here, aren't we?
Let's see.
Mathy and weather. That's right up mine and Ed's
I'm always down with getting mathy.
There you go. I was looking for this, and I'm hoping that this is the one that Unknown's talking about.
Humble. I thought humble because the town here, there's no H. You don't pronounce the H.
I always think of Bumble from Rudolph. Bumble's bounce.
Bumble's bounce. I love that movie.
Yeah,
Is
so
this all of it?
well, not all of it, but it's a bunch of Supergirl books. You get
Pay what you want. Huh.
pay at
Raised
least
for charity.
pay at least.
So I heard
$18.
that Supergirl is like really short. Is that true or is that an exaggeration?
Hour 45, something like that.
Oh, well, it ain't super short.
An hour
It's
50.
it's just not doing the 2.5 hour craziness that.
But the
people
thing
do.
is, there's no mid-credit scene or after-credit scene, so you can like.
Has DC ever done after
Yeah.
credit?
They have
have
kind
they?
of like
Okay.
off ones. Superman they did, but it was just cute little ones. They're not
Did they?
trying to, because and then this is
Oh
the
yeah, it was Mr. Terrific got the building crooked. Yeah.
and
I
then
remember.
also
Yeah.
Superman and Crypto sitting on the moon.
Oh yep.
Those are the two scenes. But they're trying to break the curse that Marvel is having, where their mid-credit scenes and their end-credit scenes are going nowhere. Because there's so many characters, like in Eternals, where they had the Black Knight, that's going nowhere. That's already been scrapped.
Yeah.
Then in what was it? Was it also Eternals?
Wasn't that also when they had Blade and it got scrapped?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
There was
Eternals
hold on,
too.
there was another end credit scene that went nowhere. I think it was one of the Guardians of the Galaxies where they had the guy from the One Directions,
No, that was Eternals.
Harry Styles.
That was Eternals.
It was okay.
Yes.
Harry Styles shows up as Star Fox. You know, I think it's Thanos' brother,
Yes.
right? That's going nowhere. It's already been scrapped. Also, Rhodey being a Skrull the whole time, that was scrapped. So they're trying to be like, we're not going to put any like things out there that are just going to get scrapped. We'll put cute scenes, or we'll put no scenes. Because in Superman they did cute scenes.
And Pip the Troll.
Yes, thank you. And then in this one there wasn't one, and then in Superman there's 2 cute scenes. So there we go.
So basically, the biggest spoiler I can give you is if you go watch Supergirl, as soon as the credits roll, unless you like watching credits,
Yeah.
you can leave. There's nothing.
I mean,
there's
give
nothing
the
there.
people their dues, right?
Yeah, there's nothing there though. Now
That would feel so awkward. It's been
It was
so long
weird
since
for
I
me.
left before the credits.
Because we looked it up. We looked it up before we went. If there was a mid-credit scene or after-credit scene, they said no, there's no mid-credit or after-credit scene. We're like, okay, we can leave because we had dinner plans after the movie anyways. And we were the only ones that got up and left. Everybody else in the theater stayed.
they did that today too. Well, not everybody, but when Sean and I were leaving, there were still people sitting there.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this ain't a Marvel movie, man.
They're trying to do a little bit better by us
Well,
on that front.
There's that, but if you ask certain people, I'm not calling out any particular fandom because there's a lot of people disliking what's going on right now. They're not doing end credit scenes because they don't know if it's going to last.
Of course, that's what they say.
Still read the credits. Thank you. Okay, cool. No,
I think Superman made enough money that it's going to keep going.
I hope so because I
I
enjoyed
mean,
it.
didn't it make like 600 or 700?
Yeah, but again,
If you don't break $1 billion
I've been-
these days, they
I've been
consider it a
saying
failure.
I've been saying that forever, and there hadn't been a superhero movie in a while that's done that.
Did No Way Home break $1 billion?
I think that one did.
Because that was such an awesome movie. If it didn't, then they can take that theory and.
Yeah, I think the Spider-Man movie. I will also say this. I'm kind of glad we didn't have the same month like we had for Superman and Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Only because I think Spider-Man is gonna decimate the box. Like I really do. I think Spider-Man is.
No Way Home made $1.9 billion.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think Deadpool
And the highest one of all time was like 12 billion for Civil War, right? I love you, Jenna.
Lies.
So before we
The
get
highest grossing film of all times was 2009's Avatar at $2.9 billion.
Yep. No matter what Marvel tried to do, but then
Now, Avengers Endgame made 2.8,
yeah,
and then I think that's the second Avatar made 2.3. Titanic made 2.25. Now, here's the thing about Titanic. That was all the way back in 97. That was unprecedented at the time. Nobody had even thought of a movie ever even making $1 billion, and then this one made 2.
now pretty much everything's owned by Disney, so the whole getting Avengers Endgame above Avatar makes no sense. You're just making Disney money.
Yeah. Star Wars The Force Awakens made 2.07. Infinity War made 2.05. No Way Home made 1.92. Zootopia 2, 1.87. And Inside Out 2 made 1.7. And that is the top 10 highest grossing films.
I heard that Mario broke $1 billion this year.
Yeah, Mario Galaxy. So before you go any further on box office, Sean.
Well, hold on, there's one more. The estimated overall highest grossing film of all times versus budget is Gone with the Wind in 1939. With the rate of inflation and everything, it is translated to $4.62 billion.
I don't like them when they use the adjusted for inflation
Yeah.
stuff. I don't like that. And that's true. Unknown. We have no idea.
That's why
gonna
it should go by number of tickets sold and not box office numbers.
Yeah.
Because, if the same amount of people went to see Titanic, went to the movies today and saw one, it would probably break $5 billion.
Well, estimated Titanic is $4.01 billion. I understand.
Well, I was
Gone
pretty
with the
close
Wind
then, wasn't I?
estimation because that was
You were pretty
1939. That was in the 1930s. It's about to be 100 years.
Gone with the Wind
I have it in
blows.
like 3 different forms.
Yeah, it's about to be the age of.
Aquarius.
Mel Brooks made it to 100, folks.
He did? Yes. Thank you. I'm happy.
Okay, Sean. Non-spoilery thoughts. What did you think?
Is it my turn now?
Yes.
Okay. Like I said, walking out, the movie surprised me. It was way better than I thought it was going to be. The only non-spoilery thing I'll say when people watch it, they'll get it. It was Guardians of the Supergirl.
Well, they've been saying that for months.
But when you really watch the movie, it was. But it was really, really good. It got me. It got me within about that first 30 minutes for something that when everybody sees it, you're going to relate. You're going to understand why.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we came
So
home.
good.
Yeah.
There were so many times I was just holding Jay's hand like, oh no, no.
The funniest thing was she hasn't read Woman of Tomorrow.
Yes, I have.
No, you told me you didn't.
I read the first issue. I haven't read all of it. That's what it was.
Okay.
I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I think since then I had read it. I read the first issue.
Okay. Well, that's it. That part of the story doesn't happen in the first issue.
No, it doesn't.
So having her have the reaction she did while we were watching it was fantastic.
I mean, I knew what was going to end up happening because I know comics, but I was still like, I'm going to fight. I mean, I feel like the way that
Let me guess. They made you think Crypto was going to die. I can tell by the way you're acting. Oh, okay.
No, I reacted that way because the conversation she had with Crypto when he was hurt is literally a word-for-word conversation we had with Han when he was hurt.
Spoiler: Crypto gets hurt.
It's in the trailer. Yeah. But it was literally a word-for-word conversation that we had with Han Pepple. And I was like, I want my baby boy. Papa.
See, Unknown said the same thing.
And then they played a trailer, or they played a commercial before the movie for a Disney cruise that had Jay and I tearing up.
Yeah.
They played it for this one too.
Oh my god! Do you want to tell them, or you want me to tell them?
I'll tell them because it's gonna hit y'all more than it is me.
Oh.
So it's a Disney cruise trailer where it's the dad with his son as an infant, and basically all it follows his family growing up.
But they do a midnight walk every
Let him
time.
tell it.
Okay.
Every cruise, and it happens as it gets older, and then it makes it look like all of a sudden the son doesn't care, then he does.
Because he's a
Then
teenager.
it flash forwards to him as an old man, and all of a sudden it's him, his son, and his, I don't know if it's grandson or granddaughter.
Granddaughter.
Granddaughter. Yeah.
Granddaughter.
They're like, do you want to go on a walk with us? And it was like, oh.
She's like, Grandpa. So that one hits hard.
Yeah.
The best trailer that I saw today by far,
Yes.
Walking.
this will surprise folks that know me. The Odyssey looks amazing.
Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Homer's The Odyssey?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know they were making a movie.
Oh my
Dude,
gosh, it looks
it
like
looks
300
amazing.
style.
I love that book.
I think go find the trailer, Ed. I think you'll enjoy it.
I'll have to.
It is when you talk about a loaded cast, it is
Yeah.
loaded.
I
Who
think
is
it's a Nolan movie.
I think so.
Christopher
Who's in
Nolan.
it?
Christopher Nolan.
Let me look it up real quick.
Brad Pitt, Tom Holland, Anne Hathaway, John Bernthal.
Matthew Damon.
Wow, it sounds like for a minute there it was going to
Oh,
be.
I
a
said
Marvel
Brad
movie.
Pitt. I meant Matt
Yeah,
Damon.
Matt Damon. Robert
It's,
Pattinson.
July 17th, 2026. Yeah, this is just one of the most loaded. Yeah, it's Christopher Nolan.
It
Story
looks
by Homer.
epic.
Yeah.
Zendaya, Elliot Page, Tom Holland, Anne Hathaway, Travis Scott, Robert Pattinson, Charlize Theron. Hold on, I gotta load more.
Travis who?
John Berthal, Bernie Safdie, Mia Goth, him. Oh my god, I can't even like.
Oh, you got the
John Leguizamo, John Stewart,
you got the
Josh Stewart.
Godzilla Odyssey. I haven't read that one yet. I did like the Romeo and Juliet one. I did think that was pretty fun.
That was outstanding. I loved that comic.
Oh, Nick E. Terabay from Spartacus.
Asher.
Especially when they were sword fighting on Godzilla's head. That was just the absolute best. I loved that.
Because it's going to be stacked with almost all the gods and goddesses. So they got like big names to play all the gods and goddesses. At least that's what the trailer looks like.
So
Matt Damon's going to play Odysseus.
yes.
So yeah, next week, folks, you'll get the spoiler versions. I enjoyed the movie, but there was one part of the movie that I will talk about next week that was a little ruined by an unnecessary needle drop.
Mm.
I think Jay knows which part.
Yep.
I think I'm not understanding.
Song.
something.
It's a song.
Oh, the song.
Yeah. So since Ed's on here, why not, folks? I'm gonna hit it every time. Make sure you check out Weirdos Podcast. Check out Nope and Ed over there.
We have
They're
a confirmed
usually here.
interview lined up next week.
You got an interview lined up next week.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, exciting.
With a comic creator on Kickstarter.
Ooh, heck yeah.
Very, very nice. So, speaking of the experience, since I was talking about it earlier, they made a video. I put it on my Facebook. You'll probably see it on the EXP social soon. But the Geek Chat returns. I didn't grab the one that had the date on it. I made this and forgot the date, but they're returning this Thursday, July 2nd, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central. They went and saw Supergirl. They're going to have their thoughts, and if you know the geeks, they're not going to sugarcoat it.
Mm-mm.
So
I love that shirt, though. I need to call it.
definitely going to be an interesting show coming back this Thursday. You can check that out on the experience, _EXP, the EXP Live all that stuff. Roberto, what's going on?
Hey, Roberto.
I can't wait. They've been gone for like 2 weeks now.
Sad face.
I'm ready for them to come back. Ready to hear their thoughts on Supergirl.
I love that they are always like, if something's bad, they're gonna tell you it's bad, and if something's good, they're gonna be like, hey, this is really good. Like,
Yes.
they're very honest with their opinion.
Yeah, Rich and Des are awesome. If you haven't checked out that show on Thursdays, you really should. It's a great time. They're very interactive with their chat. So trust me, you'll be a part of their conversation. They review books, they review movies, they review TV shows.
Pop culture all around.
Yeah. So one of the
Roberto, good to see you again.
Is there spoiler warning for that show? That I don't know yet. But I can almost be certain that there probably is going to be spoilers. Their video that they dropped, like I said, it'll be coming next week sometime, maybe Monday, maybe Tuesday. I don't know when. There's a video and they just said that they're going to talk about it. But if there's going to be spoilers, they will definitely let people know. So I'll throw that out there. They'll definitely let people know. On the experience, we're not trying to spoil anybody's experience with anything. So
I actually came in here to ask for a quick favor from Jay.
You want me to move the TV?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes, I did. It was a couple days ago, Roberto.
He's like 12 years old now.
Well,
mentally.
I was going to say 6, but whatever.
Uh-oh, Sean's on his way out. Sean's getting called into work. Poor guy.
Did you already talk about the Boom announcement?
No, that one should be, I want to say, it's this next slide. You see? No.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should be that one right there.
Can I do it?
Yeah, click on
Okay, so there's actually a huge announcement that got dropped yesterday by Boom Studios. To me, it's huge because I used to watch this show almost religiously, and I had the comics, and including the comics that like Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, that guy as well. But so Boom Studios has got the rights to Invader Zim, and they have announced that later this year they will be re-releasing some of the classics, some of the original stuff, and we will be having new stuff. I wish I could do the voice, but I can't do the voice. But I'm excited. Did you guys ever watch Invader Zim?
I never heard of it.
What? Oh. Invader Zim. Doom, 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 doomy, doom, 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 doomy, doo, doom, doomy, doo, doom. I loved it. So it's about a little alien, and he's from the Urkin Empire, and the way that they judge their invaders is by height. So like their main leaders are called the tallest, and Zim is the tiniest one of all of them, and they just can't stand him because he is very annoying and honestly on the stupid side compared to the other Urkins. And they send him to Earth to get them out of their hair, and they take over planets is what they do. And so he gets sent to Earth, and then there's Dib, he's a human character. He's the only one that can figure out Zim is an alien, even though Zim shows up to schools and stuff like that. And the only thing that he has changed is he puts a wig on and contacts. The rest of the time, he still has he looks like this. He's green and he has antennas, But for some reason, everybody else is like, oh yeah, that's just another human child with a skin condition. And they get into all kinds of just shenanigans. And then Gurr, his little robot, dresses up as a green dog. And I love him because, again, the tallest didn't like Zim. So they threw together a robot with just whatever was in their pocket. And he is so far out there, but he is really loyal to Zim. But it's just in the most outrageous ways, because instead of having gasoline in his body to have flamethrowers, he filled it with whipped cream for cakes and cupcakes. He's insane, and I love it. I enjoyed the show. I enjoyed the comics, and it's really cool that Boom Studios now has the rights to it. And, excuse me, now has the rights to it and will be making more along with releasing some of the classics. I think it's cool to get to see that again. Let me see. Trying to think, when did it come out? Oh, the voice actors are pretty stacked too. Like some of these you'll know if you know voice actors. Trying to remember what year this 2001 is when it was originally coming out on TV. And it's considered a black comedy, horror comedy, science fiction comedy, slapstick. And so there is one thing that is making some people upset. The original creator is not part of this, but a lot of the first run he was not a part of, and I don't think a lot of people know that. So like it's going to be interesting. Like I said, a lot of the original run, because it had 2 seasons, 27 episodes, plus the pilot, and then it also had Netflix. Was it Netflix? Hold on, I'm trying to see. I think it was Netflix who did a movie for it not too long ago.
Florpus?
Yeah, Enter the Florpus, 2019. Netflix did a movie based off of the series, and then the comic was from 2015, but the original from Oni Press, and it ended in 2021. So getting to see it come back is going to be interesting to me. It's considered a cult classic, which whatever that means, right? Yeah. Sean, did you ever watch Invader Zim?
Invader Zim. No.
Sad face.
Is that the one that has the big bean that says, "I have a mighty need"?
Yes. I have a mighty need. I can't do the voice. I wish I could. Like of Gur Urzem or Dim. Because they just like, Ed, if you ever get a chance to just like look it up, you'll see what I mean. And then
So you would be like no threat whatsoever.
What?
You said they gauge threats by size.
Yes.
So you would
Okay.
be like,
You know
no
what,
threat.
Ed? I can't, you know.
But you're not an alien.
I'm
You're
not
like,
an alien.
He's not?
No.
Are you sure?
At least not from the Urkin Empire.
Shocked.
You haven't peeled that skin off yet and showed him your scales? Come on.
There's something else. But it's really cool. Boom Studios has got the rights. They're going to get to release some of the old stuff, and they're going to have new stuff coming out. So that will be fun. I wish more people knew about Invader Zim now. It's crazy. It's taking over TikTok. Everybody's just like, yes.
Well, TikTok feels like
My people.
Japan sometimes. Because you know how they just now got caught up on the 2000s music-wise with their boy bands and stuff?
I'm going to hit you.
Didn't they literally didn't TikTok recently find All Hail King Julian?
No. Kind of.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was a side of TikTok that always had All Hail King Julian, but it's just become mainstream on TikTok for All Hail King Julian, if that helps. Yeah.
They just found out Julius Caesar got murdered.
TV's out.
Thank you. I'm going to go kill a bunch of dragons and slugs and
Eat their
dinosaurs in Stardew Valley now. Bye.
Bye.
Yes, the farming cutesy game. Oh, I'm also going to start my laundry.
Yes, it's an 8-bit game on an Xbox One.
Oh, there you are. You're wearing camouflage. I couldn't see it for a minute.
I'm really excited. He's making a second one about a haunted chocolate factory.
Yep.
And it's all done by one guy. The music, the dialogues, the
She's talking about
trees.
Stardew Valley, folks.
I will talk about this for hours.
I know you will.
Okay, there's even ghosts and skeletons that come after you and throw knives and bones at you.
Yep.
I have been eaten by a ghost. And now I'm petty against them and have to kill them all. Love you.
Have fun, dear. Love you too.
I love hearing her talk about video games.
Yeah.
Well, Jay. Ed jinxed it, but yeah, I got called in.
Today?
Yep.
Oh.
Gotta be in at 2 a.m.
Lame.
What would happen if you didn't answer your phone?
Anarchy.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess let's get into some of this stuff before Sean has to bail.
Oh, I'm good. We've got like 6 hours.
Oh, okay. Well, let's get into it anyway, because
Yeah.
I meant to be in here before the top of the hour, but you know, things happen. So, yes, please. Okay, so first up, I want folks. When I say I haphazardly threw this show together, I mean it. I was supposed to do this stuff last night after work. I relaxed for a little bit. And next thing I know, I woke up and it was time to go to the movies. So when we got home, I made the thumbnail, I built the room, got all the stuff together. So there's not a particular order to anything, but let's start with this one. Why not?
Oh, that is such a good movie. I was pleasantly surprised. So, in this movie, it's about the planning of D-Day. I'm sure you're all familiar with D-Day in World War II. It's the day that we stormed the beaches of Normandy and began to reclaim Europe away from the Germans. This is a true story, which is what I really loved about it. And 80% of the plot has to do with people studying weather, which was a pleasant surprise to me also. I mean, I knew the details of Normandy and I knew what had happened, but to see it, you know, from behind the scenes and what all was going on during the planning of that, if you want to call it invasion, I guess you'd call it. It was pretty amazing because basically what's happening is they had to have what they call him, chief meteorologist from the UK come in, and Brendan Fraser plays General Eisenhower, and they wanted him to come in to give them a weather forecast for Monday, the 5th of June, because that was going to be D-Day. And they had to know 3 days in advance if the weather was going to be good. Well, back then they couldn't do a 3-day forecast. So he refused to give them a certain forecast. So Eisenhower went to his number one meteorologist that he'd used in the past. And this guy, he was something else. He didn't really forecast weather. He looked back at dates and time and how the weather patterns were then and would try to predict the weather now by using dates and time. Now you got to remember, this is the 1940s. So I'll cut to do a little bit of slack, but he was crazy. So what ended up happening is 2 storms formed, and they were both heading right towards Normandy. And the guy from the UK said, cancel the invasion because you're talking 12-foot waves. You're talking 60-knot winds. You're talking da-da-da-da-da. And Eisenhower's meteorologist said it was going to be sunny and clear. Well, thankfully, they gave him a last-minute deadline, and the chief meteorologist got to do the final say, and he called off the invasion because, as y'all know, D-Day's on the 6th, not the 5th. So this was the cool part, is there were 2, like, they weren't quite hurricanes, but they were very large storm systems heading in. And with them constantly running the data and reading the models, which it was so refreshing to see meteorologists reading models again instead of just letting computers do it, because the computers are terrible at it. And that's why your weathermen are so far off most of the time these days. And we'll talk about that more when Jenna and I ever do our weather show together. But the 2 storms, the second storm slowed down. So it gave them like a 12-hour window between the first storm and the second storm. And that's when they planned the invasion. So the first storm actually kind of served like a cover for the troops. And then they got the troops in there before the second storm came in. And that's what let us successfully invade Normandy. And they go into it in a lot of detail. And if you like true stories that are war-driven, and you're going to be fascinated by this one, because I'm a big history nut. I love history. That's one of the things that I don't tell a lot of people. But and this movie, I loved it. My wife loved it. It's on Amazon Prime right now. They're having a special on it. You can rent it for like $15, and you get it for a week. Excellent movie. I'm sure it'll be off rental soon, so I would just wait. But this was a fantastic watch. We both loved it, and I would give this 4.5 stars. I loved this movie.
Nice. I see in the background there Andrew Scott, who, folks, if you've never watched the BBC Sherlock, where Benedict Cumberbatch for me became a name,
I knew I recognized him from somewhere, but I couldn't put my finger on it.
he plays a character in that show.
He's the head meteorologist in this movie.
Yeah, he plays a fantastic character in that BBC Sherlock Holmes. I don't want to spoil who it is, but you should watch it. I've seen him in some other things. Fantastic actor. Fantastic. So we're going to switch from a movie to something that is kind of EXP related, but I'm going to let Sean talk about it first, and then I'll say something about
it. So just happened to be looking for something to read. Saw this last night. Thought I'd give it a shot. If you're into your mercenary style stories, this is your book. It's really solid action. It gets pretty brutal. It gets pretty honest. It's kind of like Punisher-esque in terms of how violent it can get in certain parts. But it's actually, it was a really surprising story. I'm kind of glad I gave it a shot. Art is good. That's about really all I can say, because sadly I'm kind of blanking a little bit on. Well, okay, so Tyler Rake is the guy on the cover. What he is he's an ex-army/mercenary guy who left the life and was just working as a drunk in a nightclub as head of security. And so people came and found him, and then ended up the club got burned down and the owner killed. So now he's back in the Merc life to try and get basically out of it and start a new life in a new bar with his buddy that helped him run the security. So that's kind of the whole overarching story that we're going to see through several of these issues.
Awesome. So did you enjoyed the book though?
Oh yeah, the book is good. I mean, like I said, if you're into your mercenary, kind of stories and stuff like that with a lot of action, guns, violence, this is 100% a book for those kind of people.
Cool. And if the book's not for you, you can always watch the Chris Hemsworth movies.
Oh,
there's two of them. Yep, there's
I've
two of them.
never heard of this.
There's two of them. It's Extraction, and the second one has a one of those taglines. But yeah, this is Chris Hemsworth plays Tyler Rake. Now the reason I know about this is because Daniel Crary, who's a big part of Ignition Press, I think he's like their sales director or sales marketer, is usually has been on the FOC show with Matthias Lewis quite a few times. Daniel is a lovely dude. Love having him on. Love his passion for comics, and especially about Ignition Press stuff. And he was the one who I was like, oh my goodness, that was a movie. Like, I remember hearing about a Chris Hemsworth movie called that. I didn't know that this comic is basically that. So also, again, folks, got to shout out the FOC show. This past Friday, we had Leah Kilpatrick and David DeSmalchin on. If you haven't watched that, go and watch it. It's only the show's like 2 hours, but the interview part is only like 20-25 minutes. They were a joy. I overslept, but I got to watch it on the rewind. David is a guy that I think he's underrated, but I don't think he's underrated at the same time. I think he's pretty much well known now, but for me, it's a dude that I was like, I can't believe this guy isn't bigger. He's been like 6 or 7 different DC characters. Then he's been a Marvel character. He writes comics, Knights vs. Samurai, Count Crowley's Midnight Monster something. I can't remember the whole title of that one, but I remember reading it. So check out the FOC show, folks. Check out that interview. And check out Ignition Press. Like, again, this company is doing really cool things. Their books are numbered, but it's like a randomized number. So, you can find your birthday or, some special number to you. I love their logo. But yeah, I'm very interested in reading this.
You'll like it, dude. You'll really like it.
Yeah. So speaking of stuff I'm interested in, since we're kind of on a war kind of thing,
can I stop you for just a second?
Yeah.
How did the big interview go on Friday? I wasn't able to watch it. I had too much work to do.
Yeah, that was the David DeSmalch and Leah Kilpatrick.
Yeah.
Probably one of the. I'll have to go check the numbers, but I think it was one of the most watched episodes
Oh, nice.
of the FOC show. Which
So
to
the
me,
word got out then. That's awesome.
yes, yeah. I mean, I made stories on my pages. I made a story. If you ever see a story on the EXP page, folks, if you follow them on Instagram, usually if there's a story, it's because I did it. But yeah, it was solid. David was so funny because the second word out of his mouth was an F-bomb, and he stopped himself and he's like, "Oh my goodness, can I cuss on your channel?" and Kyle got on there. He goes, "You're David DeSmalchin, you're fine." So, but him and Leah both were just a delight. Like his passion about there's a big weird thing about when movie stars get into comics. It's not weird to me. Like when I see someone who loves comics, like a Patton Oswalt or Keanu Reeves is actually really deep into comics more than I thought he was. I love seeing that because that gives us new stories. So I'm definitely going to be checking out the accessories. That one's coming out from Panic, and Panic is another like very small publisher that's only put out a couple of books so far. But yeah, I'm really excited, folks. I'm telling you, this isn't just because the experience is what I do for a living. It's a great interview, and I'm just a super fan of David DeSmalchin. So, like I said, he's fantastic. He disappears almost method-like in any role he's in. His Polka Dot Man. How do you make a character like Polka Dot Man cool? Okay, David did it. So, okay, so we're enough of me glazing the place that I love. Keeping on track, like I said, with the war stuff. Escape. My goodness, this is one of those books that I can't believe more people aren't talking about. It's animals doing people things, and it's the worst things people could do. One of them being war, casualties of war, things like that. This, if you haven't checked this book out yet, the basic premise is, guy on the cover here, his name's Milton. He was part of a bomber crew that were bombing these, not exactly the Z's, but in this world they are. They look like bats. Like somebody said it was Dobermans. I think they're bats. But basically their plane is shot down. Everybody on the crew is killed except for Milton. So the rest of the story is Milton going through and trying to carry out the rest of the mission. He finds some sympathizers, some people that are trying to take over their regime because it's just a fascist it's a bad time over there. And we follow just Milton basically being a one-man army and getting real messed up. Like this book the first one was action the whole time. Second book was flashback, but it was written so well that it wasn't like a boring issue by any means. Then there was an issue where Milton is telling the enemy something, and I don't want to spoil it, but he tells it so well and it's written so well that the person that was reading it, I started doubting what I had been reading. I was so convinced that what Milton was saying was true. This is a fantastic book, folks. Like, if you have not checked this one out, it's 8 issues so far. Not sure how far they're going. I thought they were ending at 5 or 6, and I was so happy when I found out there was going to be more. So be sure, check this one out. Rick Remender, Daniel Acuna. Yeah, we actually saw there was a poster for that Washington movie. I think Sean pointed it out to me when we went today. It looks interesting, like just from the poster.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you talking George Washington?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
It's called Young Washington.
Oh, I hope it's like Young Frankenstein. That'd be awesome.
Speaking of nowhere near Young Frankenstein.
Such a good movie. I love this movie. Well, love's probably strong. I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was a lot of fun.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's not Mortal Kombat. At least for me. And then Jay was like, well, a lot of the newer games apparently are like how this movie was, which I'm not very well versed in newer games. I'm used to the the 90s, the original like 5 games and the 90s movies. But this was fun.
I can see why you would say that, because it wasn't anything like the one in the 90s, not at all. But I mean, it was still so much fun.
Yeah, my biggest gripe about the entire movie was actually Baraka.
Oh yeah, didn't like how they did him.
I'm just like, well, he was funny and stuff like that, but like, how you're gonna take that character and make him that?
When it first started and Johnny Cage had his first fight, I'm like, oh my God, this is like a D movie because it looked like a bad movie. Well, that's because it was him filming a movie in the movie. It wasn't a real fight for the movie. It was a Johnny Cage movie. And when it first came out, I was like, oh no, this is going to be horrible. What is happening? Urban doesn't act like that. Well, it wasn't the Mortal Kombat. It was his movie. But if you like fight scenes, if you like Urban, which how can you not? He has some great one-liners in there. Mm-hmm. He pokes fun at Lord of the Rings. He takes a jab at Star Trek. Yeah. You know, all the movies he was in, he mentions, and it's just great. And when he finally gets his power at the end, you knew it was coming. You knew it was going to happen. It was still fun to watch. But yeah, it wasn't. He's not the main character of this movie, and that surprised me. But I don't want to spoil too much because I don't know how long it's been out now. But it's also on Amazon Prime if you guys want to watch it. But I had a lot of fun watching it. I love the fight scenes. There was just enough comedy that it was fit, but it wasn't, like, come on, cut with the stupid jokes already. I enjoyed it. I had a good time with it.
Him and Kano.
Kano rocked that house, man. Kano was awesome.
All right, so before we go any farther, we got a special guest showing up, folks, coming all the way from the haunted basement. Maybe. Hold on. I couldn't tell if he was signaling me no or to bring him on.
He's like,
I think he's good. Thumbs up. I hope he is. Folks, welcome in Triple B. Oh, I can't hear you. Are you muted?
No audio. The ghost got him again.
He's like, dang it. Nope.
You never sounded better, Triple B. Can't hear him.
He's trying to talk, but we cannot hear him.
I can read lips, but I don't know if he can hear us because he's not acting like he can. Maybe send him a PM because I don't know if he can see us or hear us. Nothing you're saying's coming through, Triple B. He's playing peekaboo now. This is awkward. I still see you. Yes, I do. I still see you. Yes, I do. Oh, there he is. Where's a good boy? Where's a good boy? I can't hear you, brother.
We were having technical difficulties like a mofo tonight.
I'm just lucky Nope's not here. He always knows how to bring technical difficulties.
That's true. Got that Godzilla going.
Well,
just tell him to use sign language. $5 says he flips us off.
I'm glad I didn't take that bet.
He can hear us,
right?
Yeah, he can hear us. We just can't hear him.
I can try to lip read.
He's trying to talk to us. I feel bad.
Ed is so hot. I wish I was a girl. That's what he just said.
Huh.
I know what he said there. WTF. That one was easy.
Yeah.
Anyway, he'll pipe in once we can hear him.
Okay.
Back to the Mortal Kombat movie.
Here, I'll do that. I'll put it on the picture. That way he's not.
The one big thing that Jay had said, and that I agree with, they did Cole dirty in the movie. Like, he's just, and to be perfectly honest, I don't care if I spoil it for people. This thing's been out long enough.
Okay.
He kicked Shao Kahn's ass, only for that little BS bit that Shao Kahn does in the movie to come back. Cole whooped the shit out of him.
You know, the one thing that bugged me a little bit was when they went. I'm horrible with names, so I hope I got this right. But when they quote unquote kill Raiden, what's his name? Raiden. I'm like, all they talked about is how he was a god and immortal, and all of a sudden they're worried about him dying. And I'm like, wait a minute, you said he was immortal and you said he was God. Why are you worried about him dying? And then they kind of explained because the guy was sucking his energy from him.
Right.
So I got that part, but still, if you're immortal, you can't die. But that's just nitpicking. But there was some goofiness like that. There were some plot points that were a little janky, but I just let all that fly off my shoulder because I went into this just wanting to have fun, and I had a ton of fun. I really enjoyed the hell out of this movie.
We while watching the movie, one of the trailers we got was for Street Fighter, and I told Sean, I was like, dude, this looks so dumb, but it looks like it's going to be a freaking blast.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh my goodness!
I'm gonna walk in there and be like, my review is going to be, if you want to watch like Street Fighter for what it is, go watch all the animated movies. If you want to come in here and just watch something that's probably going to be pretty funny, just go watch that.
I mean, to me, it already kind of looks better than the first Street Fighter movie we got.
But the one thing that really clicked with me is when I was playing the game, Kano was always my favorite to play. And he stole the movie. He even stole it away from Johnny Cage, in my opinion. He was great.
Yeah, Kano was great. For me, Kano was great in the first one, too.
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. You're going to give me another eye.
But I love how they brought him back to life and it was in his pocket.
Yeah.
Well, the other part I like, though, is why isn't he a revenant like the others? He goes, because his soul's too corrupted. Hi.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so a little switch back to comics. I haven't read this one yet, but I have read some of the other Hellboy in Love comics and kind of dug them. So, Sean, tell me about this one.
So, once again, I've still not read a bad Hellboy comic. Just these things are consistently good. I'm not going to say they're always great, but they were consistently good. This one, I think, and like you, I haven't read all the Hellboy in Love stuff. I think it's one big ongoing story. His girlfriend, Anastasia, I think, is trying to find out about some kind of secret organization or like something that changes how we view world history. But some kind of group keeps pushing them away from it, and they get another step closer in this one. And that's basically what it is. They catch up with everything. If anybody's curious to see, Hellboy on a nude beach, go ahead and give it a read. even though he's not nude. But
okay.
It's hilarious.
I was just going to ask you if he had another stub, but
yeah.
But super solid read. I'm going to try to keep up with this one because the mystery just with everything now really has gotten interesting to me. It's your typical Hellboy Dark Horse art. So the book flows, it works really well. So, if you're a Hellboy fan, read it. If you're not a Hellboy fan, read it anyway, because Hellboy is just consistently always good to me. Like, it's a very good, new reader-friendly type deal where you can just pick up a new story and just read it and have a good time.
Very, very cool, man. And you know, this is for me. I'm gonna break out. I'm gonna break out this real fast because I got to. It's not gonna. It's gonna show all of us on the screen, but I don't care. I'm gonna take us off just to show you all this, okay? Because this is what I am when it comes to this series. Okay, now what I mean by this, the events of Shill, is the Hellboy universe has a ton of spin-offs, much like Invincible. All the spin-offs that I've read for Invincible so far have been fantastic. It's the same case with Hellboy.
Mhm.
Hellboy has so many different, like there's a Frankenstein-like one.
Yep.
Like, that was super good. Hellboy's not in it at all, not even a cameo. But it was really, really freaking good.
Oh yeah, some of the side characters. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, there are some of the side character ones are super good.
Yeah.
And then you got stuff like this, which is Hellboy in Love. Young Hellboy is hysterical.
Yeah, that was really good. And I didn't grab it for the show, but I'm pretty sure Ed knew it. Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees is doing a Halloween special.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
All right, let me try this again. I'm gonna bring them on. I'm gonna bring them on first. If we can hear them, then I'll pop us all back on. Let me see. Joe B, you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
There we go.
Yes, there we go.
Yes.
There
Yes.
we are. What's going on, brother?
I had to restart the computer apparently, or something was going on.
Leslie, turn it off and turn it on again.
Yeah. Yep. Yo, what up, Sean? Who's that? Who's Sean? Sean's there. What up, Jay? What up, the weird one? How you guys doing tonight?
I'm too fat. My shoulder keeps showing. I can't just disappear.
Doing good, man. How are you doing?
I'm dealing with the backlash of the old James Franco shorts that I did. So,
whatever. That was. I thought it was funny at least.
I hope it was. It was a comedy skit, and some people thought it was real.
Oh.
So it shows you how good of an actor I am.
There we go.
I'm glad you got your laryngitis feeling better.
I don't know where that garage went, dude. It disappeared, bro.
Crazy. It was crazy. So let me get your non-spoilery thoughts, man. I'm really interested to hear what you got to say about Supergirl.
Okay, well, I guess let me take you through it, I guess. So I wanted really to take my 10-year-old daughter to go see Supergirl, and I don't really know a lot about the character myself. Obviously we grew up on Superman and all that stuff. That was awesome. The movies and stuff. Jay knows more a lot about the comic books, and I don't know a lot about the comic books. But so Supergirl's coming out. I'm like, I have a daughter. It's Supergirl. She's a girl. So like maybe we can go watch this movie together and know who this character is. Like maybe like they give us a good origin story of her. And I don't know, because I'm a girl dad. I got 2 girls, and so I want to take my oldest one to the show and see if maybe we can find a bond there, right? Or maybe we both can fall in love with this character, because I haven't read a lot of Supergirl books, and so she's like, so I had to pitch it to her. I'm like, let's go see Supergirl, and first she was like, I don't know the character. I'm like, well, I don't know the character either. So let's go see it. Let's just do it. Let's do it. And so she's like, okay, Dad, let's go. And so I'm like, oh, wow, there's a 3D. Let's go watch it in 3D. And she's like, hell yeah, let's go watch it in 3D. So we went and watched it in 3D. And what I really wanted to see in this movie was powers. I wanted to see Supergirl with her powers and this being like Superman, and being unstoppable, vulnerable at sometimes, but be able to overcome, any situation that she gets into. And I wanted chill bumps. I really wanted chill bumps in this film. And did I get chill bumps? Oh yeah, I got super chill bumps in this. Whenever she would power up and it's like, oh my god, the rays from her eyes coming out was amazing. Not even halfway through the movie, like the first act of this movie, I'm like, I'm clapping. I'm like, oh, I'm giving applause. I'm freaking digging this movie. I'm like, oh my god, dude, I'm getting chill bumps all the way through it. And like people, I guess there's some negativity around this movie with Millie's looks, I guess. I don't know. But it was no, she absolutely crushed it. She made me believe that she is Supergirl, and let's move forward with her as the actor as Supergirl. I think she absolutely crushed the freaking film. Like, it was so good. Like my daughter was like, stop clapping. So I was start like clapping through some of the parts of the film. Like, I'm like, oh my god, this is so good. I don't know. They made her so good when she had to have her powers come alive. Like, it was a buildup, a freaking buildup of it, and it was amazing. That's just a little tiny thoughts. I go on more, but I want to hear what you guys think.
Awesome. Lorena said, "What's up to you?" If you can't see the chat,
there. What up, Lorena, my girl?
Metal Elf. Let me do this real quick because I got to do this. Triple B's on the show. Y'all make sure, if y'all haven't, he's taking a break right now, but make sure if you haven't yet, he's got plenty of stuff for y'all to watch. Make sure you check out Triple B's channel. All right, sub up to Triple B when he is live on Wednesday nights. Fantastic covers. It's just a fun show. Like, you got a really fun show, man. You've been kicking ass. You've been doing a lot of hard work.
Thank you.
So
thank you. Yeah, I had to take a couple of weeks off. We'll be back on Wednesday for sure.
And I had a link for Metal Elf. Chad, I had your link in here, man. I don't know where it is, but I'm gonna find it real fast.
Metal Elf. What up?
Metal Elf, really cool guy. He I met him through the chat of like Robbie's show, and he's actually been on shows with like Phable and all them.
Awesome.
Really nice guy. Got a really cool channel himself. Like I said, I'm gonna grab it real fast, Chad. I thought I had it saved in here.
Yeah, Metal Elf, go take your daughter to it. Like, to be honest with you, so I asked my daughter at the end of the show, I'm like, 10, 1 out of 10. What do you rate it? And she said an 8. She gave it an 8 out of 10, and she had no idea who Supergirl was, and so that was pretty rad. I mean, honestly, like, I think the movie was probably out of the last 2 years the best superhero movie that came out. I'll give you my quick rating right now. It's a 10 out of 10. I think the movie blew it out of the freaking park, dude. I'm getting chill bumps right now just thinking about how good it was. It was so good. They did everything. Maybe there was a little bit of fun, at the ending, the third act. There was so much going on, so much action going on with it. So it may have missed a little bit out of it, but overall, like, no, it kept me engaged. It kept me on the edge of my seat. Like, to be honest with you, I was on the edge of my seat like the whole time. Like, what's gonna happen next? What's gonna happen next? Oh, she's getting into this. She's getting into that. But it probably helped that I did read the Tom King run. To be honest with you, I'm gonna lie. I only read like the I think it's 8 issues. If I read 4 of them, and so I didn't read the last because I'm like, I got the feeling like if I keep on reading this, like, it might spoil the movie for me. So, so I kind of stopped reading it. But now, like, it was so cool. I told my daughter after, I'm like, hey, I got the book of this movie at home. She's like, you do? I'm like, yeah. Right when we got home, she's like, where's that book? And I handed her the trade paperback. I'm like, here's the book of the movie. She's like, yes, I'm going to read it. And so there we go. That's amazing.
Yes.
That's amazing. That's what I wanted. That's what I want. I wanted to give my daughter, the younger generation, hey, this is actually, a book that you can read. And she's like, okay, let me read it. And maybe, get, the new generation on reading comic books.
That is so smart. That was my next question after you gave your review, is how your daughter felt about it. And that's so awesome to hear that she enjoyed it too. Like for me, I liked it as much as Superman. I can watch those movies back to back now. I saw it twice. We saw it Thursday. Me and Jenna had a date day. We went and saw that. And then Sean and I had our own little date day. And we went today and saw it. And it was just as good. Like, do I have issues with it?
Good.
I do. But like I said, next week or week after, something like that, we're going to do like a spoiler-filled show. There was issues. Some of them were the same issues I have with Superman, though. But overall, I look. People are going to like and dislike what they're going to. Nobody's negativity is going to bring me down. Nobody's going to be able to tell me you're making yourself like this movie. No, I don't make myself like movies. If I didn't like it, my review would have been like, wasn't for me, but hopefully there's somebody out there that just loves this. But that's not the case. I've watched it twice now. I think it's really good. I think it's strange that we went with the Woman of Tomorrow storyline to put in the mainline DC continuity. I thought that was a bold choice, but for a lot of people, it seemed to have worked out. Like the negative people are going to be the loudest ones, but I said this before. I got crap talked about me because of the DCEU stuff I liked. I get crap talked about me about the DCU stuff I like. So I just don't care what people got to say about that anymore. Like, if you weren't into it, I'm sorry. I'm sorry it wasn't for you. Even if I wasn't into it, though, I wouldn't want the universe to fail. I don't ever want especially a comic book movie. I never want it to fail. I never wish ill on it. Draconis. Is that what they say? I'm trying. It was a Game of Thrones reference. Now I can't remember the word. Dracarys? Anyway, if anybody out there watch Game of Thrones, please correct me, because now I can't remember the word. But yeah, that's the only thing I've seen Millie Alcock in.
I think she's only been in that. And then I saw that like she stopped acting after this, and then after the Game of Thrones, and then she got, I don't know, they tell her to go audition for Supergirl, and James Gunn gave it to her. And I really hate all the hate. I hate the hate that I seen online about her, because to be honest with you, she's an Australian girl, so she's going to look a little bit different. But like in this film, like honestly, like I thought she was very pretty. I thought she was cute at times, and I thought she brought that fierce attitude and that fierce face. Like I'm like badass face. Like I'm ready to bleep shit up right here. I thought she absolutely crushed it. I love her hair. Her hair was great. I love that blonde hair all around her face. Is like scattered around, like she hasn't brushed her hair in weeks. I thought it worked really good for the character. Her not give a shit attitude was amazing. And she's like, you really want to mess with me? Like it's so, I love those scenes where she's like you felt like she knew that like no matter what situation she's going to get herself into, she can get herself out of. And she brought that attitude, like that I guess that confidence in the character to every scene, but still being vulnerable with some of the acts that happened into it. So like, I think, oh, wow, you made me bleed. I think there was a scene where she said, oh, wow, I am actually got blood going on. It was, I don't know. I really was like going into this movie I'm like, I hope it's good. I hope it's good. I'm like, I hope it's just okay. Really, like, let's just give it like, the benefit of the doubt type of a story or a movie. But when I walked out of it, I'm like, no, this was a 10 out of 10. This was so amazing. The writing, everything, the directing. I watched it in 3D though. And 3D was bad freaking ass, dude. I'm telling you, that 3D was so freaking cool. This, like, I don't know, it really popped out. Sometimes 3D films don't really hit, but I don't know. This one was amazing. Like, there was this one, like, I think it was like a drop of blood or something coming right towards you, and like I can almost grab it with my hand. It was so cool. And like my daughter, she's like, hey, you're getting a little too excited. Like, because this is really good. Like, we don't get films like this where like I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm just like, I'm loving it. And like the whole story, everything, like they threw in like other story plots in it with like the main villain like taking like women, and then when at the end where I'm no spoilers, but yeah. So it was good. I loved it. What do you think about it, Sean?
It surprised me. I kind of went into it with lower expectations because as the trailers came on, I just wasn't getting excited.
Yeah, me too.
And then we get in there, and like I told Jay, within that first 20 minutes with Crypto, he immediately had me on the hook because I'm like, this dude done goofed with what he did. And then, yeah, like you said, it just came out fucking awesome. I wasn't really, I don't know Millie well at all. No. And the only real, like, I know the 80s Supergirl movie, but my only real Kara portrayal is Melissa Benoist or Benoit.
She says hers Benoist on the Supergirl TV show. And she did good, but I like that we're getting the contrast between what Kara and David Clark are.
Clark Corn's what? Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the cinematography of it. It feels exactly like the comic book because the landscape in the comic book has the same landscape of the movie. It's like, and like, again, I watched it in 3D, so it looks so amazing. I don't know, like this movie right here, like I'm telling you, like Jack to the tits, dude. You gotta go see it if you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Go see it in the movie theater because like I was really sus to go see this in the movie theater, but I was like, I want to go take my daughter to go see a powerful woman, a powerful girl, and like show her what you can be, like build up that confidence in you. And this movie, it freaking nailed it, dude. It nailed everything that I wanted out of it, and way over. Like, I'm so excited about the movie. I think it's so good, dude.
And then for anybody in the chat wondering, yes, Lobo playing Jason Momoa was as good as you thought it was going to be.
It was good. He's always got that cigar, and he kept on smoking that cigar through like the whole thing. And I thought it was good. And like I don't really know a lot about Lobo, and I think they put him in there just right with his bike. When somebody tried to steal his bike too, and there was that fight scene, someone was trying to steal his bike. He's like, "Oh hell no!" He's got chains. It was fun. Like the action scenes in this one
were so good.
Yeah, so good. The pacing of this movie, I think, made the movie a 10 out of 10 because they were able to pace every little plot, every little storyline, and then give us, action scene here, there, drama scene here, right there. Everything on this movie, I think they fucking crushed it out of the park. Like it's so. I can't believe how good this movie was. That's all I gotta say. I can't believe how good this movie was.
The best thing about this, bro, is when you messaged me before the show, you were like, I think what I got to say about it's gonna surprise you. And I'm here thinking, I was like, man, Triple B's gonna come on here and be like, you guys are idiots. This movie sucks.
Yeah.
This is the worst movie I've ever seen. Madam Web is better than this. So you very much surprised me with your review, but I'm so happy to hear that though. I'm glad
I had to give you that. I know I'm gonna send Jay this cryptic message, make him think about it. But I'm gonna tell you, no, this movie was a 10. I loved it. I love it. Love it.
That is awesome. So, like I said, Ed hadn't seen it yet.
Oh, okay.
So That's one of the reasons I wanted to make sure. I was like, it is opening weekend. I'm
Yeah,
gonna do just like Superman. We did it a week after Superman came out. It was supposed to be non-spoilery, but then it just turned into spoilers. But this time, honestly, folks, I'm not doing any spoiler talk for Supergirl.
I don't. Yeah, I think
Don't
you
listen
got
to
to go see
critics.
it.
Is all I got to say about any movie. Don't listen to critics. Don't let it somebody who is telling you no, this is the worst movie they've ever seen. You always got to see things for yourself.
Don't listen to
You
us.
never know. Yeah, don't
And
even listen to us.
Go see it and form your own opinion.
Yeah, I like it. Almost got me. Like I heard a little bit about it. I heard good and I heard bad, but like I didn't watch any reviews of it. I watched Drum Dums Lee over there on Drum Dums and his out of theater reaction. That's all I listened to, and he liked it. He really liked it. He even went and saw it a second time, but I didn't watch his actual review of the movie because I wanted to see it for myself because I didn't want nothing going on and I didn't want to know anything. I'm like, and then over at We Watch a Movie, you know what, Mike, we watched a movie. I saw his thumbnail and it was like a bad thumbnail and everything. I'm like, I'm not gonna watch that. I'm gonna make my own opinion before I go watch anybody else's reviews because I heard good. I mean not heard, but I saw good and I saw bad. Like and that's what got me scared. I did, and that's what sucks about social media these days. You can just like see a thumbnail or see a little title or something from somebody's video, and you're like, oh wow, maybe it's not good. And like, dude, to be honest with you guys, I was worried. I was scared. I'm like, oh my God, this movie's not going to be good. Like it's not going to be good. And then when I went to go see it and judge my own opinion on it, I was like, that's why I'm like, hell yeah, this movie's awesome. I can't wait to buy this thing on DVD and have it in my collection. Like this movie, I don't know. I think this movie is going to not save it like the James Gunn DCEU, but it's not DCEU, DC universe. I think this movie is putting a projectile of how good this whole universe can be. Because if they keep to this same plot, the same like kind of style that they're doing with the movies, if they do all their movies kind of like this, it's great. And again, okay, so the whole elephant in the room for me is like, okay, I'm a cat dude. I love cats, and Crypto is a dog, and the whole dog, issue with Superman. We had Crypto in that one, but he really does kind of like make the story in this one. But Crypto was a big story in the novel, in the books that Tom King wrote, because like he does get shot down, and like you're like, oh my God, Crypto just died, but no, like he is like comatose, and we got to find an antidote for him. So it's like, it's gonna really pull on the heartstrings of dog lovers in this one, and I maybe like like some of the haters for dogs are oh that's it's an easy gimmick, I guess you can say, to have because everybody loves dogs, everybody loves cats, but like maybe that's what it was, but it wasn't really about that because there was so much going on. Yeah, so she needs to save Crypto. She only has 72 hours. But like what happens in between the saving and the story is the revenge. I watched Dan Wickline review of this, and it is a revenge story. And I love the revenge story, and it's great. What's the character's name? The girl that her family dies?
Ruthie.
Ruthie?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So, man, that I think her story arc through the whole movie ties in with Supergirl and makes her like, it makes her more human, I guess you can say. I don't know, but it really makes like the story move forward, and like you have these different plots, and like with Ruthie, her dad, Crypto, mom died. And what you guys all think about the scenes where they were in Kryptonian? Is that what it is? Where where with the dad, like that's a dude from like the actor like
David Krumholtz.
Yes, yeah, he was badass. He was from Can't Hardly Wait, right? Yeah. He was the kid from Can't Hardly Wait. You know, he drove the Toyota Tercel, and like so he was I thought it was great. I thought because like when we saw that universe from Zack Snyder, it looked totally different. And then when we saw that universe in this movie, it was more like Earth-like kind of, and like how they like I want to get into spoilers, but it's not really a spoiler. I mean, it's a minor spoiler, but like how they were able to like dome themselves into from their whole world getting destruction, and then like how she was born in that it was golly, dude, it was so good.
Yeah, 100%. Like we got to try to get you, even if it's not for a very long time. We got to try to get you on here when we get into the spoiler talk.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can talk my wife into
just
onto
for that because like just hearing the excitement that you have, man. Like, trust me, it's real hard to not just tell you to go, but I'm like, nah, we gotta no spoilers. I want people to go out and watch this first. Then everybody can come and talk about it.
It just came out, man. Like, go. I really want everybody to go see this movie. Go to the movie theater. Like, if you haven't been to a movie theater in like a couple years, or a year here, a year there, this is one that like I highly recommend. Go ahead and go to the movie theater and watch this one because it deserves that. It really does. Like wow. I can't wait for the next. I can't wait for the Superman Man of Tomorrow. Is that what it is? Let's do it. Like, I can't wait. Like, this thing it was so fun. It was just amazing. It was an amazing film.
So we got, and I just realized this today. We got one more DC movie coming out this year. Clayface.
Oh yeah.
Clayface comes out October 23rd.
In October. That's perfect.
Yeah. That one.
I've been waiting on that one.
Yeah. The tone of that is definitely body horror. Like the trailer was just.
And finally, somebody smart enough to release it during October.
Yeah.
If you're going to do a horror movie, release it in October.
Yeah. I got kind of. I don't know the actor. I don't know him from anything, honestly, but that's also kind of what makes me excited because I didn't know David Cornsweet from anything either. Like I hadn't watched Twisters or whatever else he was
Pearl.
in. Yeah. Well, okay. Well, Pearl, I did see, but for me, he wasn't in that enough for me to form an opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had seen him and stuff, but I hadn't like seen any kind of range from him.
I love seeing him in this movie too, as in Supergirl. I love seeing like the text messages or the video calls from him. And like there were some jokes in there. I thought all the jokes hit. Like I laughed. I'm like, oh, that's kind of funny. You know, there was little tiny like jokes in there hit, and I don't know. It was just an overall a 10 out of 10. Like I cannot like not stress that enough. It was fun what they did with Supergirl. Like, and then we get to see, like I said, David Cornsweet Sweat as Superman coming back. You know, he's in there a little bit here and there. He has nothing to do with like the fighting scenes. Everybody, it's all Supergirl. So like, Superman's not going to come in and save her. Okay, so put that to the side. It's just, you know, we get this little skits of Superman being in there. And it's like, okay. And I think that's what made it part of a universe, right? It made these movies connected together. And I'm glad where they're going because it seems like they're going to be maybe working together as a team lately. So it'd be cool.
Yeah, like again, I'm a DC fan. I'm a comic book fan. For me, the more movies, the better. I'll watch literally anything. Mm-hmm. I will. And I know that doesn't say that makes it sound like, oh, he loves everything. Didn't say that. What I mean is, I'll at least watch something. Um,
I think it's. Go ahead, Jay.
yeah, I think for some reason, I think that this movie happens after she picks up Crypto from Superman, and then she goes back out. But it's still kind of hard to tell. It's still kind of hard to tell. Or if we were celebrating her 22nd birthday in that movie,
Mm-hmm.
and this is like, well, it's her 23rd birthday now.
So it's directly after the debut, and then it's going to tie in. It should tie into like Man of Tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
It's going to fit in between those two events.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, this.
I mean, I'm not a big. Again, like the whole Crypto, the dog, it's an AI dog, but like I get it. I mean, I honestly get it. Like I like him, the dog, better in this one than I guess Superman. If I want to critique it a little bit, but I like how he was Crypto, and she was really young when they shipped her out. You know, they put her on that ship and they put her out. Like Crypto was like a little puppy, you know, in that one. And then like he kind of grew up a little bit, so he's a little bit bigger. So, I mean, yeah, it's gonna really tug at the heartstrings of dog lovers in this one. I think that I think that's an angle that they wanted. You know, they needed. They didn't really need it. I mean, I think Supergirl just absolutely crushed it with her acting and trying to follow who she is. They didn't really go too much into you know, her planet being, you know, killed off and then having to ship her. I did like one line where her dad said that like where you're gonna go, you're gonna be super powerful, you know, and there's a whole theme throughout the movie about her being good and not bad, which I really enjoyed. Like, you know, be good. I mean, this is what you're going to tell your own daughter. This is what you're going to tell your own son. You know, you want to be good. Don't be negative. Don't be an asshole. Don't be a biatch, you know, be good. You know, there's so much good in you, and that good will radiance throughout everybody that you meet. So just be good. And like that hits home. Like it really does to me right now. And my daughter's like, no, let's just be good. Let's not be negative. Not to be a bad girl or, you know, a mean girl or anything like that. You know, everything that happens like in your life, like just be good. And so I think that's what I really liked about the movie, is because like, as long as you have good in your heart, good things will happen to you. And if not, just keep on being good. Like, be a good person.
Yeah.
That's what
Being
Superman's all about.
Doesn't mean getting walked on or anything.
Oh.
It just means take the high road sometimes, you know?
Yeah. Yep. Love it. I love it, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, like I told Ed after I watched it the first time, I was like, it almost feels like watching the DCEU all over for me again, because something that we really like, there's a lot of negative talk behind it. You know, there was a little loud negative talk about Superman.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like the negatives this time is really loud. But again, you can't listen to that, because there are some people that, and it's many factors, you know, because people want to say the people who love the Snyder stuff don't like this. I love the Snyder stuff. I still really dig this movie. Like I said, I put it up there with Superman, and I mean that the best way possible. You got people who didn't like the Woman of Tomorrow comic. You got people who just don't like Tom King's writing. You got people that, you know, Anna Nagara, this was like her first movie she's written. And for being her first movie, I thought she did a fantastic job. She's also going to be the one behind Wonder Woman and Titans, I think. Teen Titans. So, I don't know, man. I'm getting to the point where I'm like, what do fans want? Like, what the people that aren't enjoying this movie, I don't understand what they want. you know? And I get it. No, Gunn didn't direct this movie, but it feels like a Gunn movie. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I don't. But it does feel like a kind of, but it's only because when I think of cosmic and outer space now, Guardians of the Galaxy is the movie that sticks out to me because that brought in that cosmic part of the Marvel universe. This being the second movie in the DCU, and we're already hitting the cosmic stuff, and we really didn't get that before in the other universe. I've been wanting that for so long because one of my 5 goal goal movies, I'll say it like that. 3 of them was Old Man Logan, which we got with Logan. Close enough for me. I'll take that 100%. A Deadpool movie. We got 3 Deadpool movies now. And somehow leading into Blackest Night, the Green Lantern story. But we never made the closest cosmic thing we got was the Justice League movie, and that's only because of them coming to Earth. Like this being set out in space, if people want to say is Supergirl Guardians of the Galaxy or Guardians of Supergirl, that's fine. That's fine with me. Doesn't make me dislike the movie at all. I'm glad. I find it kind of weird that we went with an Elseworld story like Woman of Tomorrow to fit into main continuity. That also tells me that we don't know what we're going to be getting in future movies. We don't know what storylines are we can pull from this Elseworld story and put it in our main universe. Like there's no expectation of this story has to follow like 100% main storylines in the comics. They can go outside of the main continuity of comics and grab this story. We're supposed to be getting Elseworld stuff anyway.
Yeah.
So again, I don't get and it's not just disliking or hating this movie. I get it if people don't like this movie. I'm not telling you to like something you're not going to like. That's not what I'm saying. Give things a chance. Maybe not everything in this world is going to be for you because I've said it before. Creature Commandos, I watched it once. I don't got to watch it again. I'll watch season 2 when it comes out just to see. But season 1 for me was kind of okay. It's all right. It's okay. I wasn't over the moon, and I think it's because I hyped myself up because I am a big James Gunn fan, and that's what a lot of people who just pass by this channel, that's what they think. Anytime I said something positive about a DCU movie, I got people in the comments saying, well, Cavill this, and we had Cavill, we had Snyder, we had perfection. I'm like, when did I ever bring Zack Snyder's name or Henry Cavill? And I can tell you don't watch this channel because you would know that I loved those movies. I was a big Man of Steel fan. I was a huge Henry Cavill fan. But you don't have to hate on something because it's not exactly what you wanted. Like if it's just, again, it's hard to put into words what I'm trying to say is that if there's a movie out there that you don't like, you don't have to like it. Like don't pretend to like it. If you didn't like something, just say you didn't like it. But you can do it in a way that doesn't take the wind out of the sails for somebody else that might be excited to see it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like,
Agreed.
The same way I believe that if Triple B came in here and said that he hated this movie, or if Ed, when he watches it, says, I hate this movie, we can disagree on movies. You can dislike movies, but I want us to get, and this is my Jay Little preachy moment here, I want us to get out of this regime that we have, or this funk that we do, this weird thing that if somebody doesn't like something we like, we hate that person and we treat them badly. Like you can dislike things without disliking people or name calling, or they're just movies. And the fact that there are people out there that come to this channel or come to Triple B's channel or will eventually come to the Weirdos channel and just you say anything and it's just you guys are idiots, you don't know what you're talking about. It's like because I don't like something you like, I'm an idiot. Like what? You can dislike something that I don't like. I don't care. Like people hated Man of Steel. That I don't go and attack them. People can like what they like. They can dislike what they dislike. I'm not here to change nobody's mind about anything. I'm just telling you, give it a shot. If it's not for you, it's not for you. I'm not gonna think any lesser of you. Like, we're all human beings. We all have different likes. And I just want people, if you don't like this stuff that's coming out, just leave it alone. I know it gets you clicks on your channel. This channel could be so much bigger if we were negative all the time, but I don't want to do that. There's enough of those channels out there. And I'm not singling out any particular channel. I'm just saying that we get overly serious about this stuff, man. And this is stuff that we didn't get when we were kids, but like little droplets of these movies when we were younger. And they weren't great. They weren't great movies, but we enjoyed them because that's what we got. And all I'm basically getting off the soapbox here, folks. I am. Let people enjoy what they want to enjoy. Stop being so hateful. There's enough hate in this world than the fans, us comic book people who didn't have this stuff as kids. The fact that comic stuff is cool still blows my mind as a almost 44-year-old man.
Yeah.
It still blows my mind. And the fact that we're getting so much stuff. Let people enjoy it. If it's not for you, you can say you don't like it. But man, I just want somebody to be like, hey, I didn't like this. And that's the last you hear of it. Not every single video or whatever they're going to talk about is how they still hate this and this is stupid and everything sucks. My goodness, folks, give it a rest. Like, there's a lot of channels that I want to see their opinion. I want opinions from both sides, but I can only take so much of that crap. I can only take so much negativity. So there we go. Jay's getting off the soapbox now. I'm just be kind to people, man. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you don't like it, it's fine. It's not a big deal. You don't have to go there and then like, oh, I'm gonna trash whatever. If anybody hates this movie, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll bark back at you and be like, well, you don't know what the bleep you're talking about, because even if like if you want to hate this movie, all you want to do is get clicks. Like, come on, you had to like it a little bit, because honestly, this movie was good. There was like, even if like, I mean, you want to nitpick it a little bit, it's still, you're still going to give it a good grade. But if you just want to be a hater, then go hate on your own channel and try to get millions of views because like, oh man, she's ugly or she looks like a clown or whatever. Like, whatever. Like, I felt like with this movie, it was just good. Like, and like her, like, I guess what I want to try to say is like, what her looks like gave us this like confident looks in a female. Like, if any female out there watch this movie, they're gonna feel that they can like overcome anything and embrace anything, because like just like the powerful that you can be. Like, I love women are amazing. Okay. Like, and like, so if people are going to hate, it's because they hate women, to be honest with you. Like, you just don't like women, like, to be honest with you. But women, they birthed me. I mean, I don't know about you, but I was birthed by a woman. So like, why aren't they the more superior creature here on Earth? And that's what it's all about. I don't know. I love the movie. I think that she killed it as Supergirl, and I can't. And you remember the day they say something. Why aren't you Superwoman? And you're older than Clark, or younger than Clark. Then why is he older? There was so many like little tiny, little jokes in there about that. I thought it was pretty funny. And but no, no, women are amazing. I love women. And so there you go. And fuck y'all, man. If you want to hate on it,
yeah, like
I'll bounce back on that all day long. Stop hating. Love.
We talked about that last week about people being like, well, it's a female-led movie and nobody. What do you have against that?
I mean,
nobody wants a female-led movie.
I wasn't birthed by a woman. As far as Kyle's concerned, I am birthed by imagination.
The internet's
So-
imaginary friend. But it's like, so do none of y'all remember Ellen Ripley or Sarah Connor
Mhm.
or, there's been plenty of female-led movies that they weren't like, oh, damsel in distress, man.
Oh, they're
And-
kicking ass.
Yeah,
Dude,
Man,
Dude,
Connor?
way before that, Mary Poppins, Sound of Music. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
it's nothing new.
No, it's not like having a female superhero is not like something that just happened overnight. We've had them since the 50s, if not before then. Just the one I remember, 1956, I think. But
It's all about a person and their journey is what it's all about, and the story. And it doesn't matter if you're male or female, I believe.
I will say this though. Now that I've been kind of chewing on it for a minute,
Mhm.
the two things that they've done the best so far with DCU is they've humanized both Superman and Superman.
Yes.
While they are these omnipotent, powerful beings, they are incredibly relatable, both of them.
Yeah.
And I think that is probably the best thing that they could do.
so I saw somebody say, and this almost described it perfectly for me. So they put it doesn't, and he doesn't feel shoehorned in the movie, but Superman, the 5 minutes total that you see him in different spots of the movie,
Mm-hmm.
every time he showed up, they said this, and this is how it feels. It felt like a warm hug. Every time David showed up on screen, it felt like just a warm hug from a friend.
Yeah.
That's the kind of Superman that David is.
Yeah.
He is that
Agreed.
Superman for me. And
Was-
again, me saying that doesn't mean that I don't love all the other Supermen. I'm just saying this one in particular.
Oh, he was awesome. Yeah. Like how he would come in is like, I don't understand the language that you're speaking because I grew up here on Earth, and like the little things like that, things like that, and like, I love his hair. He had a little hair curl down on his forehead. Okay, that was clutch. I mean, that was perfect comic book. Little curl on his hair on his forehead. Okay, we're talking like, okay, this is our Superman going forward, and I love the way he looks. He's got the dimple. He's just super likable, super likable. Love it.
What, were you going to say something, Ed?
I was just going to ask you if he was in the new suit or the old suit.
It looks like a newer suit, but it's still the same.
We won't get the new suit till I think Man of Tomorrow.
Yeah, it looked a little different, but not like super noticeable. Like I was like,
Speaking
oh my god, I
of-
like this suit so much more.
Kara's suit killed it.
Oh
When
my
she finally
God.
put that thing, that Kara's suit was dope.
It did. I was worried about that too because like I've seen some of the trailers, but like when she actually got that, oh wow, dude! I mean, goosebumps went out of the park, Sean. Dude, like she
Yeah.
looked amazing.
I also like how they kind of gave her that corn sweat-esque scene where she floats up out of like a dust cloud,
Mhm.
like she did,
Yeah.
kind of like he did. It was like that was cool that they gave her that moment too.
Yeah,
I kind of wish that they would have hit the Superman iconic theme right there just for that second. Like if you're at a needle drop, that was the time to do it.
Yeah. I thought the score of the movie, the music of the movie was like even more jaw dropping. Like
That's my
the
critique,
score was
actually.
great. It was great.
The score was great, but my main critique is there were parts of that movie that did not need a song drop. And when we spoil it next
agree.
week, there's a huge scene where they dropped, and I'm like, no, the music, the epic symphonic score that they had at first before they did that was perfect, and then they just did that drop, and I'm like,
I understand. I get that.
But otherwise, music wise, they kill it. James is great with his soundtracks.
It's like it gives you that build up and that inks. You're being super excited, like, oh my god, like I don't know. It was wow. Like I said, I'm just amazed how much I love this movie, and I'm so glad that Supergirl's rocking it out. And I don't care what the box office says. I don't care what anybody else says. I know that I loved it, and I'm super excited to see her going forward.
Reach up. I also said the Thursday after Jenna and I watched it, I messaged Ed and I said something, or maybe I said it to Sean or both, who knows? But I was like, well, it seems like Jenna, Gail Simone, and I are the only people that like Supergirl so far.
That was
good
me.
company, in my opinion. Okay, that's good company for me to be in, Jenna and Gail Simone. So just saying. But it's good to hear. I love hearing. I love hearing some positivity about this.
No, it was amazing, and I really want people to go see this freaking movie. Like, I think it's good, and I think where they're now I was a little bit worried, ain't gonna lie, with James Gunn's, vision. But after this one, I know he didn't direct it, but he is, producer. I'm pretty sure, he's behind it all, and I'm excited for DC Studios to see where they're gonna go forward.
Yep. Clayface.
Yep. Clayface is awesome. Go into a horror movie, and then we're gonna come back and get both Superman and Supergirl in the movie. Let's go, man. Let's go. I think they're on the right projectile of what they want to do. This movie shouldn't bomb. I think it's gonna do good. I'm pretty sure this movie is gonna hit its numbers, and it should, because we need more positive reviewers out there. I haven't watched anything, like I said before, watching it, but I don't know. I loved it. I thought it was great.
Yeah. Speaking of DCU stuff, I'll keep it on here for just a second. Did anybody see? I did a short of it. The 3 animated projects they're going to be working on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks wild. So they're trying to take the page out of Marvel, doing their animated stuff. Let's DC do it. And I think they're knocking it out of the park. Like, give Joker, do something with Joker, but then dropping absolute Batman.
Yeah.
Wow. Because that's a big one, because that book is blowing. It's sold so many copies.
Yeah. The thing I can say about DC, if anything, and I think most people agree with me when I say this, maybe you weren't into their movies, but their animated stuff has almost always been top notch.
What was that? It was the joke. What was
the
it?
Killing joke.
Oh man, dude, the animated with Batman bleeps freaking Batgirl, whatever. Oh,
that's weird, because that's not in the comic. That's just a weird thing.
I was like, what's going on? I
don't know why they added that part in, because that doesn't happen. Where that book starts is after the first 20 or 30 minutes of that movie. Okay. So I have no idea why they put that part in there.
Well, obviously it got me excited about it. So they knew what they were doing, because that's all I can really remember about it. I was like, what is this? I'm like, awesome. I thought it was awesome. But yeah, and then that whole story. So I think DC might be they might be taking over. I don't know. Are they the best publisher out right now? Are they taking over Marvel? It's wild.
Well, I know the Absolute Universe has been the number one selling stuff the last 2 or 3 years, period.
Well, I tell you what, I think somebody at Marvel the comic side is paying attention, because I'm going to be honest. Daredevil, the Punisher run, Chip Zdarsky's Cap, and there was one other book, Iron Man. I've been reading all 4 of those, and that's the most Marvel that's not Deadpool or just Punisher that I've read in a long time. Those books are good. They're not absolute, levels, but it's been a long time since I was like, man, I can't wait for Captain America to come out. I like Cap, but Chip Zdarsky's Cap run has made me a much bigger fan. Any concern about being an anime? There was a while there that the DC animated stuff was kind of that sharp anime looking style. But you know what? If it is an anime, I'll be fine with it. I mean, and yes, Roberto, that's trickle down stuff right there, boss, because you got Henri into it. I got Henri into the Batman Superman book, he told me, he goes, well, since you got me to read this, I want you to read this new Iron Man run. And that got me hooked. So, Roberto, I got you and Henri to thank for that one. That Iron Man book has been fantastic. It feels like, I know Robert Downey Jr. is kind of like the de facto when you think about Iron Man, but I get hints of that, but the cartoon from back in the day too. Like the cartoon Tony Stark. Because that's how I knew about a lot of Marvel characters. Spider-Man I read in the Sunday Funnies. But when I heard people tell me, and Randy or Round Guys, most of you know him, explained the numbers thing to me. But when I got told that Hulk, Iron Man, Fantastic Four, or at least Hulk and Iron Man were like C-list characters, I didn't understand it because I watched that cartoon block when I was a kid. It's Fantastic Four and Hulk and Iron Man before he got the second theme. So Iron Man had 2 different theme songs and they changed up the show. So hearing that those were like considered Marvel's C-list characters was nuts to me. But I want both of these. I know Robbie gives me crap about this. He's joking when he does it, folks. But I want both of these companies to do well, because when you have one company that's just dominating everything, you get to that point where they just rest on their laurels and they just put out garbage, quite frankly. Or I won't say garbage. I'll say stuff that I don't enjoy, because that kind of just takes away from the whole little rant I have when I say it like that. But they put out stuff that I don't enjoy. But it's only because reading some of this stuff and then going back and reading older stuff to sound like that kind of shakes fist at cloud guy, you remember how great some of these characters were, how they were written.
Great.
And a lot of them feel like now that, hey, this absolute stuff is really crushing it, somebody at Marvel's like, you know what, maybe we need to start kind of upping our game over here with these. And that's nothing but great for the fans. Same thing with movies. When this movie does well and this movie does well, for comic book fans, that's awesome. Like, I don't want either. I'm so psyched for all these movies. Like Supergirl, awesome, on the checklist. Spider-Man Brand New Day, very excited for that one as well. So
we got to have that competition between, WWE and WCW, right? We got to have it. And Images right there, and then Dynamite is bringing up the 4th parter, and it's cool. But kind of what I thought about what Marvel's doing, getting ready to do. They're dropping Midnight X-Men, so now they're going to be dropping a whole vampire line of X-Men books coming out, and Jonathan Hickman is getting ready to write it. So what Hickman did with the X-Men universe with Kokora era in a few years ago. Now Hickman's getting back, so I think they gotta grab these characters and throw them into a whole new universe, like what Absolute is doing with DC with their Absolute line. I mean, you got Catwoman that's getting ready to come out here next week or 2 weeks from now. Batman, of course, Superman, Flash, all those characters. So they're getting a whole new revive, a whole different type of storyline with them. Mixing them up. What Jason Aaron is kind of doing. I think Jason Aaron has started writing those Absolute titles. And now we get Hickman, because Hickman is a big fan, or fans love Jonathan Hickman as writing Marvel books. And so now he's going to go ahead and throw in, we're going to go not Absolute, we're going to go darker, and they're going to do vampires, but where is it going to go? Are we going to get other Midnight Iron Man or Midnight, all those characters? But I know they're doing X-Men, and X-Men has a lot of characters, so we're gonna get, and they're not coming. They haven't came out yet. I pre-ordered Midnight X-Men #1, so I think it comes out in probably 2 or 3 months from now. So maybe they're looking at what DC is doing with Absolute, and this dude, they're selling so many issues. It's absolutely crazy. No point intended with Absolute, but they are. And so now, like you said, Marvel's like seeing this and like maybe they got to pivot and make a turn and try to do something different. And maybe this Midnight X-Men is going to be something that they can turn into their own absolute universe at what DC's doing.
Dude, 100%. Like I've been telling people, for me, when it comes to Marvel, I find myself enjoying their single character titles more than their team ones.
Yeah.
But that's just because not being a humongous X-Men reader, it feels very overwhelming to try to jump into X-Men books. So
Agreed.
I tend to stick with okay, they do an X-23 book, or they do a Punisher, like the Punisher Red Band leading into that other Punisher series, and the Punisher series that's not Red Band was connected to the Red Band one, has been some of the best Punisher stuff I've read in a while, like outside of Garth Ennis's stuff that he was doing. So I'm a little behind on some of the other titles like Daredevil, but the first couple issues of Daredevil that I read, the new run, have been pretty good. I'm pretty sure I think that's Stephanie Phillips on that one. Stephanie Phillips is on one of these books. I just can't remember which one. But yeah, and if the Midnight line is anything like the DC the DC versus vampire stuff,
Yeah.
I think you might enjoy that too if you've never read any of that stuff. There's DC vampires. There's like a zombie one. There's one called Deceased.
Yep.
Yeah. There's even a DC horror one that I want to say David DeSmulchin wrote. DC horror. So a lot of good stuff, man. Like again, there's so many, and I'm just talking about the big two. That's not talking about things like Panic or Image or some of these. Oh my goodness, Ignition.
Ignition.
Prep,
Oh yeah.
Oni, all that stuff. There's a lot of great.
Den. I like Den. What Den's doing with flesh-eating cheerleaders. I love that. That's so good. We're getting more mature titles and stuff like that.
I can't believe you didn't say Valiant, Jay. I almost fell off my chair.
Yeah.
Look, I love Valiant, but Valiant is the toxic girlfriend. Okay. They lure you in. You think you're going to be done right. They do you wrong. You leave, but then they come back, and you're like, oh, well, maybe.
Well, at least it was a girlfriend and not a wife, because then you got alimony and all that crap to deal with.
Most times I tell people, look, give Valiant a try, even the newer stuff. But I would tell you, if you want to check out some, for me, golden Valiant, it's either the early 90s stuff before Acclaim bought them, or check out the 2012 to 2017, 2018 runs. And then there's a couple that came out in the 2020s that are really good. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. Bloodshot's my dude.
Yeah.
That's my dude. Bloodshot, Ninjak, Exo Manowar. I've got so much Quantum and Woody.
You need to make some calls and get that damn zombie book published.
Man, I'm still.
I was so excited for last year. It's already been over a year.
Yeah.
When they announced that Valiant was doing zombies for Free Comic Book Day. No.
Yeah, still haven't heard anything about that. Trust me, I've been checking into it because I was like, that'll be the one thing. I do feel jilted, Roberto, because I love Valiant. I love them, but it's just, I understand it used to be they would do a couple of titles and then they would stop and they'd work on some other ones. Now they're getting to the point where they can't even finish a title before they stop it and they try to reboot it. But I love, especially older Valiant stuff. I love older Valiant. Dinesh Shamdasani, regardless of what you think about how the beginning of Bad Idea happened, I know there's a lot of weird stuff that for comic shops when it comes to that. Bad Idea stuff definitely they got rid of all the gimmicks and stuff they were doing. If you ever checked out Bad Idea stuff, now's a good time to do it because that Megalith book, I think I got the ash can for it. The art in there is gorgeous, like some of the best art I've seen in a while, and it's like a kaiju book. And there's a couple other ones they got coming out that seem really interesting. There's one called Warbird about a guy that he's hired to he's a $1 billion repo man. Like if you need something repossessed and it's like millions of dollars, he's the guy you call. It's called Warbird. Like I said, that sounds
Wow.
cool. There's so much great things. Like I always tell people, like, look, if you ever get tired of superheroes,
Yeah.
or if superheroes just aren't even your thing,
Mhm.
there is a comic for everyone, no matter what genre that you like. You like Western? There's plenty of great Western books. You like horror? Definitely a ton of horror books. Oh, take care, Roberto. Thanks for stopping by, boss. I appreciate you. And thank you again for Iron Man and telling Henri to read it so Henri would tell me. So yeah, there's so much great stuff out there, man. You're bound to find something. You know, ask a non-comic fan some of their favorite movies. You can probably find them a genre of comic that they might
Yes.
enjoy. So
Yeah, I mean, you know, spies out there. We got, you know, spy thrillers, horror books, haunted houses. We got, you know, I, I always try to look for something that's a little bit more. You got mature books out there too, like with Gun Honey and stuff like that. If you want to, you know, get into the Cinemax type of books, you can find that. And if you want, you know, your normal superhero books, you know, you find those. And that's what I like about comic books, is because it's not like, they're really not comic books, they're stories. And you get stories that you can actually read and enjoy for 5 issues, 6 issues, bam, and it's over. And it's so cool. And I think what they try to do is, you know, like, hey, we can actually maybe make this into a live action series or a live action movie. So it gives creators out there, you know, a platform where they can put out their creative work, and maybe it can get picked up the put onto live action. If not, you still get these great freaking stories, no matter what you like. And that, yeah, like Jay said, fantasy, you know, superheroes, horror, whatever you want. You find them in comic books, and that's what makes me like, that's why I went back to comic books, because I can find stories like this that I can't find on TV. And like, you read some of these, like, oh my god, this can actually be a series or a movie or a TV series. But you know, I get them in comic books, like Terry Moore's Rachel Rising. Like, that thing is absolutely amazing story, dude. And it's in black and white. Sorry, Eddie.
yeah,
I had to bring up a black and white comic book to you that you can't see, but Rachel Rising, I'm telling you all right now, dude, like, Terry Moore, like, go look at his shit, dude. Like, he writes it, and he does the cover art, and he does the interior art. It's great. It's amazing stories like that. And if you can get lost into a story, into a book, that's what it's all about. It's a Go ahead and like stop, put your freaking phone down, turn the TV off, turn your tablet off, get off that stupid game that you're playing, right? Use your brain, look at some crazy art, read a good book, and you're going to be like, wow, this is actually kind of cool. Like, I can sit part of my week, part of my day down and actually read something with great art. And I don't know. I mean, comic books has been around forever. Let's do it, y'all. Like, read those books, man.
yeah. And unknown to answer you, there were a little, but again, I only have the ash can, and the ash can didn't have, like, I think the ash can was only 5 pages. There was one or two panels where I was like, there's a lot going on in the panel. But again, the art is so beautiful. Like, it's a book that took them 8 years to do. So, and it's oh my goodness, I forgot the artist's name. Luis LaRosa. My goodness, hold on just a second, folks. I want to look this up because it's like called the Olympus Saga. Megalith. There we go. Okay, Luis LaRosa. Okay. Yeah. But I mean, the art is fantastic. There was a couple pages though that did look kind of, we might have wanted to spread this out a little bit, but I haven't actually picked it up yet. I'm a trade weight person.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll get an issue or two or something if I really dig it. I'll just wait for the trade. That's what I did with Junkyard Joe. I just bought the whole thing. I didn't even read Junkyard Joe, but I found a trade for pretty cheap. And I talked about this last week. It's a 6-issue trade. Each issue is packed. And I read the whole thing. Read it in one sitting, and I couldn't believe I'd never read this book before. It's part of the bigger Ghost Machine universe. But if you haven't read Junkyard Joe, I 1,000% suggest to check that out if you can find it. I told Sean that if we went back to the place that I got it from and they had more, I was going to buy him a copy. That's how good the damn book is. Like, yeah, he could borrow mine, but it's so good I want to give him his own.
Yeah, I love grabbing something like the trade or something where you can just get lost into it. It feels like a movie. Like you're just lost into it and you just read it page after page, flipping it. Nothing else matters around you because you're lost in a movie, you're lost in a book, you're lost in a story, and that's what comics can give us.
Is there anything you read recently?
I just finished I'm reading Flesh-Eating Cheerleaders from Outer Space. It's wild, dude. It's so wild. And then I actually just read the new Red Sonja book, She-Devil with the Sword, #1. Thank God they got Christopher Priest off of his little mini series. They did a mini series with Christopher Priest, a 6-issue. I think it was 5 or 6 issues. Thank God that's over. And they went ahead and started a volume. I think it's volume 2 or 3 of She-Devil with the Sword. And I read #1 and I was like, wow, like it was really good, especially how it ended, because Red Sonja gets injured in this one and her companion gets his head cut off. So so they're maybe not holding any punches back with that. It's good. And I get a lot of books, but that's all I can really think of off the top of my head. Like, I'm talking Red Sonja. Screw it, right? Red Sonja. It's good. It's from Dynamite. It's not. It actually, like, I was kind of sus because, like, I don't know where they're gonna go with this, but like, it was really fun, and she's drinking in it. I love it because she's always got to have her L. She's always got to be drinking. So I think that's kind of funny with her. Some of the X-23 books I haven't read. I pretty much got all the X-23 books that been coming out for the last couple of years, but sorry, I haven't read them, but I'm collecting them. That's something I need to pick up. I really dig the old X-23 stuff. Vampirilla, of course. I'm reading all the Vampirilla stuff, and I don't know, but the new run with fucking Christopher Priest. I don't know. He's been doing it for like 5 years almost. I think we probably got about 75 issues, something that Christopher Priest has been working on Vampirilla. And then I think he did an interview with Rock and Robbie, and he says, "Oh, now I finally get the character." I'm like, "You finally get the character after 75 issues? What's wrong with you?" And like, no, you don't get the character, because even your new series number 1 and 2, it's the same shit, dude. Like, I mean, if I can tell Nick Brucci anything, like, I know you have a big time writer with Christopher Priest. He's done a lot of stuff. He's a recognized writer. He's, a big time guy, but like, I just think he's the wrong. I like how he did build a whole Vampirilla verse. Like, so he's made a whole he better have. He wrote 75 freaking issues of this damn character. He's better have his own universe, which is good, but it's like, it's too convoluted. It's okay. It's just okay. But when you get to like Tom Sagosky writing like Vampirilla books, like The Vamp, you get more of a story where it's not so convoluted, and it's great, because I don't. Yeah, I'm sure Jay knows, but like I do a Vampirilla book club on Sunday, and we're going through all of the Warren. Like, so when Vampirilla first came out, we're doing all of her stories from 1 to like 100, 113, I think it goes to. I think we're on like issue like 53, 52, something right now. So we're actually going from the original Vampirilla books, like we're talking from the 70s, you know, her stories, and we're talking about where Vampirilla really came from. And so I'm knowing the character from her origin stories. And then when you get Christopher Priest trying to write these, and I'm like learning these old stories from the 70s, and you get Priest writing from 2026, it's like totally fucking different. It doesn't make any sense. It's like you really need to like go back to any origin stories of any character that you like, and that's where they come from, and that's their character. So like I guess I'm reading more older stuff like than the newer stuff, if that makes any sense.
Oh, I got you. Have you ever oh, just a second, there we go. Have you ever read Babs from Ahoy?
No, I haven't.
I think you would dig that because I want you to imagine Red Sonja, but black hair, set kind of in that same time frame as Red Sonja, mixed with a little Elvira.
Nice.
Babs is a freaking hilarious book, man. I think you would dig that. It's from Ahoy. It's a Garth Ennis book.
Okay, Garth Ennis. All right.
But it's for me at least. It's got a talking weapon in it. It's got a talking sword. Name I think Jerry or Terry. It's hilarious. Like picture basically a rated R Red Sonja.
Nice.
With like the attitude somewhat similar to Elvira.
Yeah, that little attitude, that little comedy thrown into it. Yeah, that dark comedy. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
it's
funny. I give you a little spoiler because I can't remember which series it's in because there's Babs and then the Babs, the Black Road South. There's a scene where she like overdoses some guy on like a penis enlargement potion. And we're talking here, like there's a panel where it shows the guy's about this tall and the rest of it's like this. Like it's a sight gag, but it's hilarious.
That's funny. Yeah, I'll check it out. Babs.
Yeah, it's a super fun book.
That's what I'm telling you. Like comic books, there's so many different stories out there. Whatever you like, I'm sure you can find it. You know, that's what's awesome about this industry.
Yeah. Man, like again though, I'm really happy to hear your thoughts, man. When we do the spoiler stuff, I can't wait. You can come back on, like I said, if you can come back on.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm sure I can come back on again. Like, I gotta probably check out here, but yeah, Supergirl, like, golly, dude, like, wasn't expecting how good it was, and like, I don't know. I guess I'm on cloud 9 because I'm just so happy that it was like that. I liked it, you know, because it could have not, you know, hit the mark. It could have not been good, but to me, I thought it did everything great. And like all the different creatures that she comes across on the bus, you know, it's like they nailed it. Like everything. Yeah. Oh, there's that one scene, you know, I think it's at the very beginning. I mean, we could do a little bit spoiler, but not really. But like you kind of see it in the trailer. She gets kicked out of the space bus, I guess you can call it, because she's like in a bus flying through space, and she's waiting for that sun that come around the horizon. And I was like, and I looked at my daughter, I'm like, the sun gives her powers, you know? And then when that sun finally comes around the horizon, and it was this like, oh, there you go. You know, it was like chill bumps. That's what I wanted to see in this movie. I wanted to see her doing her powers. She lost her powers, got her powers back. It's not like that. She didn't really lose her powers, but when she finally gets her, when she hits that sun, because they're like what the red sun gives them it, and there's other suns that don't, and then and then she's just like, that's why I come to this galaxy, or that's why I come to this world, so I can drink alcohol and get bleeped up, it's my birthday, my 23rd birthday. I want to get drunk, so I got to come here. But then once that sun comes, and then the girl that's with her, she's like, well, why don't you just drink over at your own home? She's like, well, alcohol doesn't hit me there, because I got to go through where there's no sun. It's so fun. It's so cool. And man, that's just a little tiny bit of the story right there. And there's that part where she's like, I gotta take a piss, and she's over there peeing, and then freaking Clark comes up, Superman comes up, she's like, oh my god, you're like on the screen. I laughed my ass off. I thought it was so funny. I think they made her realistic. They made her human. I think they really made her human in this film, and where she can be super powerful and super not vulnerable. So yeah, it was a great movie, and I'll definitely come back on, and we'll talk spoilers for it, because this movie I can't wait for it to come out on Blu-ray, because I'm buying this some bitch for sure.
Absolutely. So go put your channel link in there one more time for folks, and it should be in the description of the video too, just in case if anybody wants to check it out, which you should. So I know you're taking a little break. You have any idea?
I'll be back on Wednesday.
Oh, you'll be back.
I think too. Yeah, I was thinking about taking a little bit longer off, but 2 weeks was good enough, and I'll be back on Wednesday for sure.
Awesome. So, and if you watch The Experience, folks, I'll definitely be dropping the link to that when we had the Wednesday show on The Experience. So, but brother, if you got to bounce out, by all means. Yeah,
I gotta go. Me and the wife, we only get to see each other on the weekends, because she works at night and I work on the day. So the weekends is our time to hang out with each other. But I asked her if I can, come on and talk with you guys. And she said, yeah, go ahead, go talk for a little bit. It's no worries. And go check out Supergirl. And honestly, go check it out, y'all. And check out The Experience. Sub to, I'm sure you're already subbed to Hydra and Sidearm Comics and Weird Dopes podcast. So no, I love you guys. You guys are a family. It's a big community, and whenever I can come on, I definitely will, because you guys are. I consider you guys my friends. I really do. You guys are my friend.
Always welcome, brother. Always. So you have an awesome night, bro, and love to the family. You take care. We'll see you. All right.
All right, man. You guys. Laters.
Awesome. Always great having Triple B. I think we lost Ed.
Uh-oh.
Want to check, make sure everything's okay.
Oh, there go the fireworks.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's only the 27th. Checking on Ed real fast. Let me see.
People are not going to like me tonight when I walk in there. I'm getting so tired of not having even 2 Saturdays off in a row when I'm supposed to.
I got you. So, yes, we go to. Oh, okay. All right. So it'll be back after a while. So what I'm going to do is we'll skip this next one because it was Ed's. I'm going to get back to talking about some of the stuff because I really want to talk about this one. I don't have a lot to say about it, though. I'm still loving this series. I'm still loving it. Like, I still think that it was marketed the wrong way as a horror book. This gives me slasher vibes. This gives me murder mystery more than it does like horror. But we definitely find out that it's not a certain character by the end of this issue. There's a couple of characters that people think. There's so many theories with this book too. Is there a Lazarus pit? Is it just Ollie? Is it like some? It obviously can't be Dinah. I don't know how they would pull that off if it was supposed to be her. But they have. Is it Roy? Is it Mia Dearden? Is it Connor Hawk? Is it this person? Is that like, or is it just some random person we don't even know? Or is it another hero taking up the mantle? There's so many questions I have about this book. And again, we're only 2 issues in. Now, I know for a lot of folks, they're like, we don't want the answer to who it is right away. But I don't think they should wait too much longer to start really giving us hints to who it is. I think if we wait too long, it loses kind of the, people get into the mindset of, okay, guys, you need to reveal who this is. All right, it's been like 5-6 issues. We need something here. But man, I'm digging this book. Like, Sean, did you get a chance to read this one yet?
No, I didn't even know it was out. So while I'm being lazy later for the last 4 hours of stuff, I'll probably go ahead and just read.
This one, like, I'm a little sad because I was going to order us the foil cover, at least the foil covers of Absolute Catwoman, which they looked awesome. That's why I was going to get them. And then they sold out from our place. But I haven't got to read Absolute Catwoman yet. But there's not really an Absolute book that I'm finding that I have not at least liked. Like, Martian Manhunter is wild. Like, you got to have a mindset to read Martian Manhunter.
You need to read Green Lantern then, because that book is already all of volume 1. Still have no idea what the heck's going on with that book.
That's the only one I haven't read past issue 1 on. So yeah, I do need to read that just to figure it out. But this one right here, again, it was marketed, in my opinion at least, it was marketed the wrong way. It should have been like a slasher murder mystery, not straight up horror. Let me go ahead and bring that back in here. Let them know these here. But I still dug it. Like, it's only the second issue. It's kind of anybody's guess what's going to happen. I just hope that.
Oh, did that come out this week?
This week or last? I can't remember now.
Oh, I missed it.
Like, it's still good, but I honestly think that we shouldn't wait too much longer till the reveal. Maybe another rich person gets knocked off, and then something. But yeah, I dug this one too. So can't wait to see what they do in the next issue. I also read Lobo, and Lobo number 4 kind of connects to the Summer of Supergirl special that I hadn't read yet. But Lobo number 4 was fantastic. I mean, that book at Deathstroke, like, I didn't put them on the list, but just know those books are awesome. Like,
did they make
Lobo and Deathstroke have been so good.
Did they make too many of those Summer of Supergirl comics or something? It was weird because I was watching Michael's show last night, and at the beginning of the show they were $5, and then he dropped them to $3. And by the end of the show, he was like, "If anybody wants one, I got tons of them. I'll just give them to you. Just tell me." I'm like, "Okay."
They might have overprinted.
Is that going to be a series, or was it like a one-shot thing?
I think it was kind of like they had a Summer of Superman special. I think it was.
That's right, because I got last year's this year on Free Comic Book Day and thought it was a new Superman thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is basically a Free Comic Book thing.
Yeah, it was like it had different stories. Like, one of the stories in the Summer Supergirl special takes place after Lobo number 4. Like, it's like the same story, or the second part of the story, just in the Supergirl comic.
Gotcha. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good, man. You're good. That, honestly, man, Deathstroke and Lobo, the next level stuff to me has been next level. I could not get into Batwoman. That's just my own thing. I've never really been a Batwoman fan, but I can vouch for the other two. Like Tony Fleece is just on my list of people that if I see his name on a book, I'm going to read it, along with Kyle Starks, along with Garrett Gunn, along with Scott Wilkie and Allen, and like Tony Fleece, the Deathstroke book. Like, if this was people's first Deathstroke book, just congratulations. It's just been so good. So we're gonna pop back in time because you had this in the list.
This is actually quite appropriate because you want to hear a funny story?
Yes, I do.
Just after my computer rebooted, because I accidentally clicked, you know how they like to sneak the ignore and OK button?
Yeah.
Yeah, I clicked the wrong one. And just as it's rebooting, I hear pop, 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 pop. I'm like, oh my God, somebody's shooting at the house. Fireworks. Our first ones of the year. Scared the crap out of me. I'm like, oh my God, somebody's shooting at the house. And then it occurred to me, dumbass, it's 4th of July next week. It's fireworks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a mild heart attack, but it was like the timing was perfect. The TV turned off and I hear pop, 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 pop. Anyway, yeah, I just watched this week because we were talking about it so much last week with Castle that I started feeling sentimental. I've seen this movie easy 20 times.
Oh, yeah.
It still holds up for me. I still love this movie. I don't care what anybody says. Yeah. This is a great Punisher movie. And this is like you were talking earlier, you know, people might shit on you for a movie. This is one that people like to make fun of me on, and I just make fun right back and say, it's not my fault you don't get it.
Yeah.
Because this movie clicks with me. I dig it. I've always been a big Dolph Lundgren fan ever since I saw him on Rocky. I even like him as He-Man, and we've talked about that before, too.
Yep.
But yeah, I was feeling sentimental, and I had the DVD, and I popped it in, and I had just as much fun as the last 20 times I watched it. But it's been a while. It's been a minute.
Take care, Lorena. Thanks for stopping in.
See you, Lorena. But yeah, it's a great movie. It's got oh no, I just blanked on his name. Lou Gossett Jr. is his partner that's trying to find him to help him because he knows he was messed up after his family got killed, and he'd been tracking the Punisher for years and years and years, and this whole time he was living in the sewer. And like a lot of people whine that you don't get the skull shirt, but you got to remember this was like 1987, 88.
Yeah.
They didn't have, if they would have done it, it probably would have looked terrible. So I'm actually kind of glad they didn't. Maybe they could have put it on like the back of his jacket or something. That might have been cool. Yeah. But I just have a feeling that back then, if they'd have tried to pull the front part off, I don't think it would have worked. But we did get the skull on the knives that he left.
Yep.
And I just love that when he went to town, hey, Bearded. Yeah, I love Dolph too. He's got some great movies. I think I talked about a couple of his other ones last week or the week before too. But yeah, I was just feeling nostalgic with all the Punisher talk, and I wanted to see it, and I watched it, and I loved it just as much as the first time. I rented it with the suitcase VCR back in the 80s.
That's right. I come in peace.
No, I don't.
But you leave in pieces.
Well, sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah,
no, fantastic.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Like there's
his line, "The guilty must be punished."
The guilty must be
that
punished.
line that resonates with me more than whatever other line people talk about with Punisher, because not to sound stupid, but this was my Punisher. This is the first one I knew, and I loved it, and I was like, wow. And now I'm older, and it still holds up. I'd still put it up against anything from the 80s.
Yeah, there's so many movies. We spent 3 shows doing movies, basically.
Yeah.
And again, I love all the different Punishers. I do. There's the Thomas Jane one. There's a director's cut, I guess, that puts his partner back in it, and then you find out spoilers for a movie that came out in like 2007. You find out his partner's the one who sold him out to the Saints,
Yeah.
and like, it didn't like dawn on me when I was watching it, but I was like, is this the same character like Lou Gossett Jr.'s character was in Punisher? I never really looked that up, but yeah,
I don't
this
know.
movie,
Could be.
this movie's
But the ending of this movie, I don't care if you don't like the movie. The ending of this movie is epic.
Yeah.
He takes the leader of the mob's son, who's holding a gun on him, grabs the gun by the barrel, puts it right up against his own forehead, and says, "Do it. Do it." And the boy's like shaking. He's like, "Do it." And the boy puts the gun down, and he says, "Be a good boy, because if not, I'll be watching." Oh my God, that still makes my hair stand up. Because I'm just imagining what's going through that little boy's head after he just watched his dad get popped.
Yeah, and the fact
But
that
I love that. I'll be
looks like
watching.
a giant of a man too.
Right, right.
Like, yeah,
Be a good boy. Grow up to be a big man or a good man. I'll be watching.
yeah, I'd be stocking up on brown pants.
You ain't kidding. I already have a pair.
So
Yeah, I love that movie.
yeah,
I can talk about this one forever, but we've talked about it so many times. But you asked what I watched, so I was honest.
Yeah. So since the next one is Ed's as well, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about a couple of things. I didn't grab the pictures because, like I said, I kind of haphazardly put everything together. Like I said, we watched Freaks of Nature. If you haven't seen it, it's not a great movie, but you will laugh your ass off if you have like ridiculous 5-year-old humor like Jenna and I do. We both love that movie. We also watched Pretty Lethal. It was a movie about ballerinas.
No kidding.
Yeah, these ballerinas are going to this.
Please tell me they like are Hit Squad or something.
Well, hold on, I'll get there. They're going to this this recital, like this contest or whatever, and their bus breaks down. They walk to this bar. The bar is owned by Uma Thurman, who at one point in her life was a ballerina as well. Well, there's a guy that comes in with his two cronies. They're there to collect money. And the girl's teacher like rebuffs this dude that advances, and he shoots her in the back of the head when she walks away. So then they decide they got to keep the ballerinas there. And the ballerinas basically fight their way out. And it's awesome. Like,
okay, you know what to do. Send me the name.
I will. It's not, again, not a great movie by any means, but it
sounds wonderful to me.
It's a fun time. Like, it's on. I want to say it's on Prime. It's called Pretty Lethal. They said Uma Thurman as like I can't remember what
year is this? Is this like recent or?
Yeah, it's pretty recent. I think I want to say it's 2026.
No kidding.
Yeah, but it was like, so ballerinas, their shoes, they have the boxes in the front, and at one point the ballerinas put razor blades in those boxes, so they're cutting people up while dancing. Yes. Like it's hilarious.
That's awesome.
Like it is so fun. One of the girls is like a very devout, talks Bible verses and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she's a good girl. Well, the bad guys drug her. This is the first time she's ever been drugged. And that girl is the funniest part of the movie. Like, there's some
gotta watch
parts.
this one.
There's some funny parts in it, but Jenna and I, after that girl got drugged, and she's like coming down from it and everything, it's so. If you've ever seen A Quiet Place, the daughter who was deaf is also in the movie. It's got one of the Apatow children in it, like Judd Apatow, one of his daughters. Judd Apatow and Lizzie Mann, one of their daughters is in it. the girl who played Jubilee in X-Men Apocalypse, I think. She's in it. There's just again, it's so, and it's pretty. There's some not gory, but I mean it's violent in parts. But man, just some of the things are so over the top that we laughed so hard at this movie. Like again, not a great movie, but we thought it was great. But we like that kind of weird stuff.
Oh heck yeah, that's what speaks to me.
Yeah,
that's why we love Howard the Duck.
Oh yeah, 100%. So we're gonna go. I talked about the Green Arrow book, so we're gonna go to this one. And this one looked interesting. Let me know about this one.
That book is insane, dude. It is just absolutely insane. It's got very few words. Apparently, that's becoming a trend in comics. So you can slide through this one in like 5 minutes. You might not have any idea what's going on after you do that the first time, but holy crap! It's so basically what happens is we're with the Apollo 10, I think, team as they're going off to the moon, and while they're orbiting, this like ethereal demon or alien or whatever you want to call it, like latches onto the command module, and it can read your mind if you're making wishes or something, and it will make your wishes come true, but it'll cost you an eyeball. And this monster is creepy looking. It's got like these weird eye looking things all over it and this huge mouth with these sharp teeth. And most of the actual words are the poem to that Man from the Moon that they teach you when you're a kid. I don't know if you remember that poem or not, but it's really weird. And all the while they're doing what they have to do and they're not really noticing. And then all of a sudden it appears in the ship with like this big grin on its face. And it's like ripping one of its eyeballs out to freak the guy out. And he's like, "What are you doing here?" And he's like, "Well, you wished for some excitement." And now it's like coming back to Earth. And that's where it ends. The art is not my favorite. It was very hard for me because it was two-tone a lot. But most of it's green. So it's kind of like a green and white with black. It's weird. And it's got that dotted effect. You know what I'm talking about? We've talked about it before.
Yeah.
But I really want to know where they're going to go with this. Because the way that he was talking, the demon or whatever you want to call it, they call it the eye collector in the book. The way he talks, he's been to Earth before. And can't wait to get back there. And it's like, okay, where are they going to go with this? So I'm definitely on for the next one. I just hope there's more words because literally, I mean, there might be one word every other page. And most of that is them reciting this Man in the Moon thing that they teach kids. So they're kind of like just talking in the background and just showing you what's happening. And then they do some like regular, like you'd hear for moon landings and stuff like that. Roger, Roger, are we touchdown? Blah, 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 stuff like that. But then the way it ended, with the popping out of the eyeball and the big grin, and you wanted some excitement. Like, dude, where is this going? So I got to get this one on my radar for next month for sure to see where they go with it.
I'm definitely going to put this on my list.
Yeah, it's a quick one. Like I said, there's like no words. Well, there's not no words, but you know what I mean.
I got you. This next one's got a lot of words. Man, have I been loving this series. I talked about it early, folks. I'm an Invincible shill. Okay? Anything Invincible. I need to read Tech Jacket. But outside of that, I mean, uh, I've been reading this. I've been reading Capes. I've been reading Guarding the Globe. I've been like just anything Invincible. I even started rereading Invincible because I stopped at like issue 30, I think. So I'm rereading it all. Man, Battle Beast. When I found out this one was coming back, I was so excited. Those 5 issues of the first series, fantastic, fantastic. And now we ended issue 9 with Conquest showing up on the planet the Battle Beast is on. So, for those who don't know Conquest, he's a psychopath, and Viltrumites aren't all that stable to begin with. So, calling one of them a psychopath, yeah, he's nuts. Well, the king, the newly appointed king. I'd say newly appointed, but he was supposed to be king. There's a whole thing. If you haven't read Battle Beast, you need to. But he decides to have a dinner and invites Conquest. And it's basically Conquest running his mouth to Battle Beast. Like they start off friendly-ish, and then it escalates. Like Conquest finds out that Battle Beast took out these 2 big people here by himself. And it's basically them talking crap to each other. And then, oh my goodness, the dog.
Is Conquest that old man there?
Yeah.
On the cover?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Battle Beast is the cat.
Right.
Guy. And finally they decide to fight. Now, I'm gonna let y'all in on something. You only see a little bit of the fight. The majority of this is them basically running their mouths back and forth, which is hilarious. But they do start fighting near the end. So the theory is the next issue 11, is just going to be them fighting most of the time. Now, the thing about Battle Beast is Battle Beast wants to die. This whole book is about, there's a part in the Invincible series, not only the show, but the actual books, where Battle Beast beats the hell out of some people, including Invincible, and he leaves. And when he leaves, he's on this ship, and the ship AI, like, is, I guess, upset that Battle Beast has killed everybody on the ship. So he's trying to help Battle Beast find something that will kill him, because he doesn't give up fighting. He wants to fight, but he wants to find somebody that's stronger than him that can take him. Like that's he wants a glorious death, is what he calls it. And he's yet to find anybody to give it to him. I mean, folks, if you know Conquest, if you know Battle Beast, this is an exciting thing. It really is. And I can't wait to see what they do with it in the next issue. The whole next issue could just be the 2 of them fighting and no words, just them fighting. And I will think it's one of the best books I've read in a while. Like, I'm super excited to see where they're taking this story. This is one of those things where I know not everything needs to be turned into something you can watch. Not every comic needs to be an animated series or live action or anything like that. But Amazon should definitely get more Kirkman properties and get them some animated stuff, because this show, Capes, anything connected to Robert Kirkman needs to be some kind of series. Animated, live action, I don't care. Skinbreaker, if they told me they were doing a Skinbreaker show, I'm there. If Terminal that's coming out, which I'm going to end up pre-ordering and finding it from a place that we get our books, and I want to drop this link real fast. A place called Third Eye Comics. Yes, we get stuff from local comic shops, but we also get stuff from this place because we enjoy it. I'm going to get Terminal, and if that ends up being anything else like what Robert Kirkman has done, I want that to be a series already, and I haven't even read an issue yet. I think this one's coming soon. Terminal, that is. Terminal's coming soon. That and Superman the Stranger is kind of like my two anticipated books I can't wait for. But yeah, this Battle Beast, y'all, if you're an Invincible fan at all, you should be checking out this book. Like 10 issues in, you got plenty to read. So next one is one that I was very surprised. Ed shared it. I can't remember if we got to talk about it. I don't think we did, but tell me about this one, Ed. I'm excited to hear it.
This was a while ago now. I actually read this the week He-Man was coming out because I was trying to pump myself up for the big movie release and everything. And I remembered that I had He-Man comics and I had to dig through and find it. This is a fun series. And it's one of the first crossovers that I got into where I was like, yeah, they nailed it. This is cool. So basically what happens is after this big crushing defeat on Eternia, Skeletor like flees to what they call Prime Earth, I guess. I don't know why, but that's what they call it. And he goes there to restore his strength and to try to come up with a plan to drain the Earth's core magical energy, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And he ends up manipulating the Justice League. So they're kind of like I don't want to say that they're possessed, but he kind of messes with them a little bit. Well, the heroes from the Masters of the Universe show up, and this big fight takes place because the Masters of the Universe thinks the Justice League is with Skeletor and trying to destroy this planet Earth, and they're set to stop them and all this. And during the fight, one of the most epic scenes, and this is why this book stuck with me, pun intended, is He-Man takes his magic sword, shoves it right through Superman's heart. And Superman is just like, what? How is this possible? Yeah, there it is. And he just drops dead right in front. And the rest of the Justice League were like, how do they find out? And they're like, we got to kill those guys. They just killed He-Man or Superman. And now they think the Masters of the Universe people are the bad guys. And He-Man did not want to hurt Superman. He didn't want to kill Superman. He wanted to try to tone things down. But Superman just would not quit coming at him. And he did what he thought he had to do. Well, come to find out, Hordak, if you know who Hordak is, he was the big bad Skeletor for She-Ra, was amping up the evil magic with this, I can't remember what it's called now, it's been too long, but it was some kind of an enchanted skull. And he showed that to Skeletor, and it was all about the power of the skull. Well, they keep talking about this darker power that's in charge in destroying everything, and they keep you wondering what this darker power was. Well, in like the third or fourth issue, you find out Orko found the skull, and it possessed him and turned him into evil Orko. And he looks like this gnarly, red, evil, demonic-looking Orko with these glowing eyes and crap. And he's actually got more power than Skeletor in this. And he's actually almost controlling Skeletor. And it's crazy because, if you're a big He-Man fan, Orko, of all people, the big bad guy?
Yeah.
But dude, he looks gnarly as hell. And I don't want to ruin too much of this for you because I really want you to read this because I think you'll dig it.
Oh, yeah.
But Superman's not dead, obviously.
Yeah.
Come to find out, somehow there was a robot Superman. And that's what he killed. It wasn't the real Superman. And Skeletor had Orko had the real Superman held captive. Well, He-Man finds that out, and Supes and He-Man team up to try to stop evil Orko. And Superman uses his X-ray vision and says, I think I've found his weak spot. And he tells He-Man where it is, and He-Man throws the magic sword, and it pierces Orko, but what it's actually piercing is that skull, and it drives the skull out of Orko. But the cool thing is, and I don't know if it ever happened, is the portal that they were using, they left it open so that they could go back and help each other should they ever need to. And I don't know if they ever built off of that further or not. If they did, I need to find out, because I would definitely read it. Because this, I believe, was a 6-issue miniseries.
Oh, wow.
And if they pick this back up, I would definitely get it. This is a fun read. The art is fantastic. He-Man doesn't look anything like the He-Man in the cartoon. Right. But, you know, like everybody else, you know who it is. There's some great fighting scenes, and they even let don't help me. What does Cringer turn into? Battle Cat.
There you go.
They even have this awesome scene where Battle Cat has it out with like this Dragon Rider type thing. And I mean, it's a cool, gnarly fight. So if you like He-Man, and if you like the Justice League, or whatever you want to call them, you know, it's the same people. Read this. It's so much fun. And Jay, when you do read this, we're going to talk, because I love this series, and I hope you like it too.
Oh, I'm sure I will. I'm sure I will. Like, this is so. Oh, this was a Keith. Okay, so Keith Giffen wrote this,
and
the artist was
Soy.
Dexter Soy. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, ain't no reason.
The art is great. It's different. I mean, they don't look like, but it's great. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be checking this one out.
Just the whole Dark Oracle thing. I mean, like, that was brilliant, because I didn't see that coming. And then when they show you, you're like, oh, I'll be damned, it's Oracle. But Oracle looks rad as hell when he's Dark Oracle. He really does. It almost makes me wish he was always that. But yeah, give this one a try. I think it was 6 issues, well worth it. You can probably find them in the dollar bin.
Very cool. Yeah, definitely gonna check that out. So, not something I've read super recently, but I just grabbed a random issue. Been going back to my Gears of War comics. My goodness, I love this stuff. I just.
Did you get to play the game?
Well, the game doesn't come out till October.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Sean got it and you were going to play it before he could, or something like that.
No, Jen and I were playing Gears 5. We've been been playing a lot of Gears 5 lately.
So that's the picture you sent me, was the Gears 5?
Oh no, the pictures are from the game coming up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got a special edition thing coming in, but we were like, man, it's been a while since we played Gears, and this is the most we played Gears in quite some time. So, love the game, love the comics. I need to finish one of the third hardcover, because there's 3 books. Now, I'm reading this doing my, comic a day thing I've been doing, and what I've been doing with that is saving the pictures. And I need to get back on making the shorts. I think I'm going to drop putting the dates in there and just put, the next ones I've been reading. Because now I've lost track of all my notes on that. Because I have most of these written down. Because I'm going to make me a spreadsheet for my own self so I know what exactly I read and all that other stuff. But the third book, I have to read. What I've been doing, okay, let me backtrack here. I'm stepping over myself. So even if I read something out of order, that's how I put the order of the pictures. Like if I, for some reason, skipped an issue of something and read 4 and then went back and read 3, I would have the 4th cover and then the 3rd cover. Unfortunately for the Gears books, the 3rd book is so out of order that when you look for the pictures on League, the issue numbers are wrong. So I was like, okay, so what I'm going to have to do is when I finish that book, I'm just going to do the pictures straight away. But when I get done with the 3rd book, I still have 2 trades to read because there's a kind of a prequel one called The Rise of Rom, which is the big bad in the first game. It's like a prequel to those events, how he gets to the spot in the Locust Army that he does, which I've read it before, but again, it's so good I just want to read it over. And then there's one called Hive Busters, which is connected to the 5th game. Folks, this is my Star Wars, basically. This is the thing that, outside of superheroes, I could talk Gears all day long. I love this universe. I cannot wait. We got news that the Netflix movie is going to be the origin story of our main heroes, Delta Squad. That was super exciting because when Gears 4 came out, back in 2016 or something like that, the plan was it was going to be an alternate universe story with all these characters that were brand new. That fell through. And then when Netflix bought the rights, it felt like they were going to do the same thing, where it was going to be, well, it's not exactly going to be the people but it's going to happen around the same time, on the same, in the same universe, just not the same crew. Come to find out, no, they are doing it on the main squad. There's been a lot of casting rumors, the biggest one being Batista for Marcus Phoenix, because Batista's campaigned to be Marcus forever now, and I think they should give it to him. It should be Batista. No telling when this movie is going to come out. I just know that they're moving forward. They have a script. They have an idea of what they're doing, and the fact that it is going to be about the main characters of the game, which it should have been the entire time. This thing has been in development hell since 2007 or 8. So
almost 20 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, just they couldn't figure out how to do it. And in all that time, I'm watching things like Spartacus. You've seen the Mummy movies. There's the Mummy in there does this scream where the mouth stretches open.
Mm-hmm.
There's a character in the Gears universe on the Locust side called a Cantus that looks exactly like that when they scream. And again, Spartacus, it's a green screen world. But I was like, this would have been perfect. You have the tools to make this movie. But for some reason, this movie should have happened when R. Lee Ermey was alive, because he would have been one of the characters I chose. He would have been one. He would have been
person. Wait much longer, they might not be able to get Batista because he's getting up there.
Yeah, yep, that's true. But they started. There's just no casting. They've been working on the script for a year now. And again, I'm on the side of. I had a video I did a long time ago. It was kind of a clickbaity thing, but the title was Batista should stop trying to get a Gears of War movie made, because I think it should be a 6-episode show. Because there's not going to be a lot of people, and maybe it will be. This could be the thing that was oh my God, there's comics and books for these games, and the books actually tie into the games and fill in gaps in between games. There's plenty of I'm hoping that this movie does well enough to where there is that person that it's not their thing, because I can tell you folks, this was not my thing either. I played wrestling games and played Batman games and superhero games. This was not a thing that I did. I wasn't into these games or games like this. And when I gave it a shot, I've been addicted to this world since I was in my 20s. I've been addicted to this thing since 2007, 2008. And I never get tired of it. I never get tired of learning more about it. It's just like comics to me. This thing is this is my second love outside of comics. This is the thing that I geek out over, is this game and this world.
That's awesome.
I'm super excited for this, man. I can't wait for the new game. Yes, we'll still be doing shows, but I can't promise you that they're going to be very long shows because it's going to be like it's Saturday night. We're going to do like 2 hours. Then it's going to be the Gears once this game comes out. But shows will still be going on, folks. I'm being a little dramatic with that. But yeah, I love this stuff. If anybody out there, you get a chance to pick up, and I think the hardcovers are a little harder to pick up now because I think a lot of them are out of print. I'm hoping that with the movie announcement, maybe we start getting some new stuff. That'd be awesome. Find a way to read these. Let me know what you think. But
so there was an official movie announcement?
Yeah. Well, a while back, we got told Netflix bought the rights. Then they had a director. They had a director, and they were working on a script. This was like a year or two ago. I think even Dan talked about it once. Because I was supposed to, like, once he did like a show on Gears, I was gonna be on the show with him. And I think that fell through, but maybe, if Dan Wickline decides he wants to do a show on Gears, I will gladly hop on that thing with him. And I'll let him know that the next time he's on the air. If he ever decides he wants to talk about Gears, I don't ever claim to be an expert on anything that I love. Just know that I'm passionate about it. I still get things wrong. There's been, I messed up one time when the Gears 6 trailer dropped. It's called Gears of War E-Day. Set years before the first game, like 14 years, when the Locust first popped out of the ground. And I got something wrong when I talked about it. And somebody corrected me, and they were very cool about it too. They wasn't like, you're an idiot, a fake fan. But, I still get things wrong. Like, it's human nature. Even if you love something, you're not going to be like perfect at it all the time. But I would definitely, if Dan decides he wants to do a show, if he ever wants to talk about it, I'm on there and I will let him know. But I've rambled on enough about this. I want to hear about this next thing. Ed, come on, man.
Oh, dude. I've been a fan of this. I read the book in grade school for a book report. That's how weird a kid I was. This is what I chose to read. Fell in love with it instantly. All the talk with the UFO files and stuff that they've been releasing and all this stuff got me thinking. I was like, I want to hear the original. So I went out and a long time ago, I downloaded the actual radio broadcast from back in, I think it was 38. Don't quote me on that. It was a long time ago. And it was Orson Welles. And the funny part is it says Mercury Theater proudly presents Orson Welles in the reenactment of War of the Worlds, blah, blah, blah. They announced all this ahead of time. And they have all this, like the old Johnny Carson dun, 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 music going on in the background. And then he starts telling the story like he's reading the book. Well, then it goes from him like telling the story to, okay, now it's really happening and we're going to enact it for you in a play form where they have news reporters talking about something has landed in the field and we're here online and we're here live and we're watching and, oh my God, it's opening and oh my God, something's coming. You lost me? Hello?
Was I frozen? Was Ed frozen?
Hello?
My mic is showing that it's working. Am I gone?
I still hear you.
Now.
Okay, well, now I don't know where I was. But anyways, he starts talking about the thing coming out of the meteor and it's got this laser and it's evaporating people and burning them to pieces. And now you flash to outside, okay, outside of this little booth where they're doing this. At the same time, there was this syndicated mannequin show, kind of like Howdy Doody, but it wasn't Howdy Doody. The name is escaping me at the time. But it started promptly at 8, which was at the same time War of the Worlds started. Well, that show on the radio ended at like 8:20. So when that show was over, I think they said it was something like 70% of the people who were polled were watching that mannequin show, or not watching, listening to that mannequin show on the radio. Well, when they dialed over, it was to the news reporting part of the play. And people started freaking the hell out, thinking that there was really an alien invasion. And you have to keep in mind that this was all during that same time where they were always practicing for like nuclear bomb attacks. And they were having war updates coming in with the whistle screens on their teeth. So people were used to emergency tones, and they were used to people breaking in with, you know, another tragedy like the Hindenburg and all that kind of stuff. And they're thinking this shit's real. And you got people like calling police departments. The next thing you know, radio and TV channels that were outside of that listening area are trying to find the story of where these aliens are, and they're actually trying to get interviews with the people. And the whole thing was just a play that they announced they were going to do. And before there was a TV guide, believe it or not, in the newspaper, there was like a radio guide that would tell you what channel was playing what. And it had right in there that it was going to be Orson Welles' dramatic reading of War of the Worlds. But it all happened so fast, nobody paid any attention to that. And people were trying to unalive themselves and just panicking and freaking the frick out. And when it got over with, people, when they found out it was a prank, the other thing I forgot to tell you, which is a key thing, it was Devil's Night, the night before Halloween. That's why he was doing this telling. It was their Halloween special. So, anyways, people believed it. It caused this huge ass panic. Lawsuits. They were threatening to sue him for doing the show and suing the Mercury Theater for trying to scare the public, but they didn't have a case because it was in that radio guide thing. And they also announced at the beginning that this was going to be a reenactment of. So after I listened to the actual story, which still is great to hear, if you've never heard the broadcast from the Mercury Theater, it's still on YouTube. You can Google it. It's free. It's only like 35, 40 minutes long. Listen to it and let yourself get immersed in it. And it's really cool. I've listened to it 7, 8, 9 times at least in my lifetime. And I love it. Well, then after that, I watched the documentary that they did about this night. And seeing and hearing some of the interviews that they were doing and people remembering it. I still remember where I was when that happened. And now, they're like older people. And they're like, and that night scared me to a point where I never got over it. That I can still, if I remember that night, my heart will start racing. It had that big of an impact on people. And people were accusing them of being fake radio and trying to, and it was a show that they advertised they were going to do for Halloween. And it's just, people were so obsessed with whatever, I can't remember the name of that damn mannequin show, but they were so obsessed with that. And then they started channel surfing on the radio like we do on our cable. And they clicked on when it was the news reporter talking about the red beam evaporating people and chaos is everywhere and we can't stop them. And oh my God. And then it goes dead for a minute, like the reporter got killed. And then it goes back to the studio and we seem to have lost our connection to blah, 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 blah. We're going to try to, they did it brilliantly. And, if it hadn't have been for people freaking the heck out over it, people would have loved it. But I love it because people freaked out over it. It was that good. I would love to hear something like that. And the only thing I can kind of relate this to was, I think it was on the 5-year anniversary of 9/11. Our local radio stations here started live at like 8:50 when the first plane hit and replayed the whole thing. And I can remember while that was happening, I'm like, this is kind of like the World of Worlds reading, where if somebody doesn't know they're replaying this, they might think something's going on again. And it just showed the power of radio back then. And a whole panic set across the entire country over a reading of a story on the radio for Halloween.
That's amazing. And it was the Chase and Sanborn Hour, starring
There
ventriloquist
you go.
Edgar Bergen and his dummy, Charlie McCarthy.
There you go. There you go.
You know, I know of this, right? All right. So Sean had to bounce. That's okay. I know of this,
Mm-hmm.
but it reminds me of a short story I read, and I wish I remembered the story. But basically, a town wakes up and everything electronical, and this is like not computers and stuff like that, but cars, anything like that, just stopped working. And the neighbors start turning on each other, like is the basis of the story. And come to find out, aliens did it just to see how the humans would react. And I wish I could remember the name of that short story. I'll look it up after the show, see if I can find it. But
Yeah, shoot that to me. I'd read it.
It was just like the panic
Uh-huh.
when people don't take a second and they have a knee-jerk reaction to things. It kind of reminds me of stories like these.
Right. I'm not trying to be political. I'm not. I promise. I'm not.
Mhm.
But I know enough about AI and I know enough about drone technology. I'm warning everybody ahead of time. I think with the releasing of this UFO files, somebody's going to try some shit to cause panic again and to keep people scared. And all I can say is don't believe what you're seeing too easily. Because the technology is out there. They could easily fake an invasion for whatever purpose. And I'm just going to leave it at that because I don't want to get political. But I've been warning all my family for the last couple of years that I think something like this is coming. And with the releasing of these files, and what cracks me up is if you look at the files they released, the video clips they're showing are the same blurry, shitty video clips we've already seen a million times. Why is it always blurry? Why is it always out of focus? Why is it? There hasn't been any jaw-dropping stuff come out, but they're hyping it up.
Yeah.
And I'll just leave it at that because I feel like I need to make people aware that the technology is there, that they could completely fake an entire war for whatever purpose, and you'd never know it was fake if you bit into it. Just like this. Just like this. But yeah, if you've never listened to the actual broadcast, do it. It's fun. It's a fun way to kill a half hour, 45 minutes.
Gotcha. Speaking of fun time to kill off stuff. There you go. Bad segue, but there you go.
The funny part is, like, when I gave this to you, I think issue 4 is coming out next week because we haven't talked comics the last couple weeks. This was my pick of the week. It's still my pick of the week. Baby Garfield, for some reason, it touches my heart. And I just love this comic. And in every comic, you get 2 stories. And in this issue, I think the first story was Baby Garfield's first day at the beach. And of course, Baby Garfield's excited to go somewhere, but when he finds out where they're going, he's like, "Can we go home now? It's too hot here. I don't want to be here." The poor guy steps off the mat onto the sand, and he's like, "Oh, the sand is burning my feet." and then he goes out in the water, and he gets attacked by he has like seagulls poop on his head.
Oh, jeez.
And he gets attacked by jellyfish. And he's just like, "I hate this place. I want to go home. John, take me home right now. There aren't even any snacks here. There's nothing. I want to go home. I want to go home." and then he sees it, the snack shack. And he goes to the snack shack, and I can see the panel like I'm looking at it right now. He's looking at it through binoculars, and you know how they always make the eyes get big at the end of the binoculars?
Yeah.
That's the panel when he finds the snack shack. And all of a sudden he has his first nachos, and it shows like little love hearts, and his eyes are twinkling that he's getting nachos, and now he loves the beach. And he finds it's like a cucumber and clove, I think it was cucumber and clove, sugar-free popsicles. And he puts those on his feet so he can get on the sand, and he uses them like you would skis to go down like the sand slopes. It's adorable. If you love Garfield, like, you can't go wrong with this book. If you're a Garfield fan, this book is for you. The second story was Garfield's first thunderstorm. And again, weather. This one touched home with me. Of course, they thought the end of the world was coming, and they got scared. But they were also watching, and this just stuck with me, they were watching Vegan Zombies #5.
Wow.
Yeah. And the zombie that was like a giant carrot with sharp teeth. It was hilarious. So they were already scared from that. And then when the first lightning flashes and the thunder explodes, baby Garfield and baby Odie like freak out. They don't know what's going on. And then the power goes out, and they're like hugging at each other and screaming and, freaking out and panicking and all that kind of stuff. And it's just so much fun. Garfield shreds one of the curtains because he jumps up to hang on but slides down and like rips the curtain to shreds. And they're walking around with flashlights, trying like The Walking Dead. And it's just so much fun. And then, of course, John comes up and makes everything all right. And he has a lantern and makes food, and all is well at the end. But, folks, these stories are so cute. They're so fun. When I read them, I forget about all the crap that's going out around us. I forget about the negativity that people love to focus on. This is heartwarming. Makes you feel like a kid again reading the Sunday paper. Again, this is my pick of the week. Pick up Baby Garfield. You might want to wait for the trade now. There's only one issue left. But I hope they have a second, what's it called?
Volume.
I hope they have a second volume of this, and I hope they keep this going, because the way people went nuts over Grogu is how I'm gushing over Baby Garfield. I absolutely love this book.
Dope, man. And looking up, because I saw Jay Fosgett, I saw his name on there. He does the art for the second story in this book.
Oh, okay.
And Jay was the artist on the first Ben 10 EXP exclusive cover.
I had notes taken with all that stuff, but when my computer rebooted, I kind of lost it.
I got
you. So I'm just winging it, but I think I did a pretty good job.
Yeah, you did a very good job. And I forgot that I left the Inventor show as the background for this, but that's only because I was testing it out. So, folks, that's the end of what we've watched and all that other good stuff. So that only leaves one thing, and that is the book from like 2 weeks ago that was on the list. This, oh my goodness. Okay. This is Black Hole. Everything in this book was done by Charles Burns. This is from Kitchen Sink Press, and it was released in March of '95. So let's talk about this one. This was a pick put in by Steve Vendetta. This is a comic. It doesn't jump out screaming at you, though the cover makes you believe that that's how it does, but it definitely gets under your skin, and it just kind of waits there. Like, I only read the first issue. I'm going to read more of this. This first issue drops you in 1970s suburbia, where everything it kind of gives you the illusion that everything is normal until it doesn't. This is a very slow, very creepy vibe where, you know, pot smoking kids in the 70s going to the woods. You know, they're just trying to survive school and party and, you know, being bored. But there's like this just weird shadow that kind of hangs over everybody. There's this thing going around called the bug. And nobody really knows what it is. And the ones that do aren't really saying much about it. But that's the tension of this book. The art, unfortunately, is black and white. I'm going to show some off just so I can see it. It's very nice art. It is very nice for black and white art. I don't just say that because of Jen and Ed, but I am not a huge fan of black and white art myself. But this is very good. It's very good, but you know, it just makes everything seem just surreal. And for whatever reason, and this goes for cartoons and things like that, I like the heavy black lines. Like if you watched anything in the Tomorrowverse of the DC animated universe stuff, that's Superman, Man of Tomorrow, which was a cartoon, Legion of Superheroes, stuff like that. The heavy black lines. I'm a fan of it. Now this isn't done exactly the same, but I'm a fan of that style. It's like this book is like almost like an acid trip. It really is. You're kind of watching reality melt throughout this issue. You don't know what's real. You don't know when somebody's dreaming. It doesn't give you this, at least this one, doesn't give you the horror outright. It gives you a feeling because of things that they show. Like you get to see this ripped off skin suit stuff. Like it's pretty gnarly. But you're kind of like, you know, it's a very slow burn that doesn't get in your face about it. I'm gonna read more of this because the mystery. There's a girl at the beginning that's a classmate of our main character. That while the main character they're in biology or something like that, they're cutting open a frog. I never got to do that in school myself, but they're dissecting a frog, and he like starts seeing some crap, and he passes out, and the thing is crazy because apparently there's this the bug. What I do notice of the bug, because there were some pictures at the beginning of the book, I didn't grab them. It's some kind of mutation, and I think that's maybe where these skin suits, quote unquote, come in from. Because the main character and his friends go out to the woods to get high, and they find one of these, not only skin suit, but they find a tent. And then they find like this group of tents. But it's the skin suit, the empty husk, that they're really fixated on. Like, it makes you sit and just like think. Like this is a not cerebral, but you're just like, it's good, but you're wondering what the hell is going on. Like, are these pod people, or is it just this mutation that happens? Who is even giving these people these skin suits? Like, it's just, you get the mystery in pieces. And again, I only read one issue, so you're not going to guess, at least I'm not going to guess the entire story of what's going on with this one issue. I'm not saying that this book is like the best thing I've ever read, but I have so many questions that it makes me want to read more just to see if they get answered. So, this was a book that has never been on my radar before, but I'm definitely gonna try and read some more of it. But yeah, that's Black Hole. This is not something that I would usually myself probably check out, but that's like kind of the greatest thing about the list is it has me step out of my own comfort zone. Now, I think for the next list, I'm going to add more. I didn't do a really balanced list this time. This time it was I wanted the folks out there to pick everything. But I think there's some stuff that I personally need to add to the list to make sure I get to. But so far, there's been some bangers on the list. There have been ones that I've been excited to read and somebody picked them that I'm like, okay, gives me more of a reason now. And then there's books like this that I would have never thought of taking a look at that now I'm just intrigued.
I've never even heard of it.
Yeah, it's...
When you said the title, I immediately went back to that Disney movie from like the 70s, probably.
Yeah.
And you know, that movie, that could use a reboot. Because the movie back then was okay, but they could do so much more with it now. And since people like rebooting stuff, reboot that. I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch it?
Bro, that was one of those things that I know I've seen it before because, especially when it came to Disney stuff, Disney live action stuff from back in the day, like the Gnome Mobile and and things like that. Yeah, I watched a ton of that stuff as a kid.
The Apple Dumpling Gang.
Oh, and the Apple Dumpling Gang Rides Again.
Yes, I love those movies. And you know what makes me even touches my heart a little more? Those were drive-in days for me. With my dad taking me to the drive-in. And as you know, I lost my dad when I was a little squeaker. So those are the memories I still have with him. And that's why stuff like that makes me smile. Because even though, believe it or not, this is going to be his 40th death anniversary. That's crazy to me. First of all, it's crazy that I'm that old. And second of all, it's crazy that it's been that long since I lost him, and I still miss him as much today as a grown man as I did when I was a freaking kid that had to grow up too fast and learn how to drive and get a job so we didn't lose our house. Crazy.
Yeah.
And I just had a birthday this week, and you haven't sang to me yet.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, King of Trivia, Edward. You're like 194,000 years old, but we still love you.
I'm glad you threw that last part in because it was too nice. Loved it. Thank you. That was awesome.
Oh, happy birthday, brother. Welcome to another
brother.
trip around
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You're close to my age, by the way. You almost nailed it.
Yeah, I thought so.
I'm only 42,953 though. Yeah. Hey, it made me feel better that Batista's older than me. So I'm younger than somebody.
I keep telling people whenever I hear y'all's age, like, y'all are barely a teenager older than me. That's not a lot of time.
Yeah, but when you think about it from my perspective, am I still going to be here when the third Batman movie comes out? Because as you get older, you start thinking this stuff. Instead of thinking, oh, I can't wait until so-and-so comes out in 5 years. Now you start thinking, am I still going to be here in 5 years? And will I be drooling on myself and calling myself Fred? It's so weird. It is such a mind screw. Especially, we just did this show yesterday. And we're doing it again. And we'll be doing it again tomorrow. And every Saturday, you're like, I can't believe it's Saturday. I'm like, shut up!
Well,
my life, I've gone from, oh, I can't wait until October for, I'm like, no, take your time. Slow it down. Let's drop an anchor. I hate the weather, but let's drop an anchor.
I know, man. You know, the weirdest thing is, it wasn't until I hit 25 to where things started getting like surreal for me. Like there were times, you ever stretch so hard that your vision goes like dim?
Oh yeah.
You know how many times when I first started actually thinking about the mortal coil that is life, I thought one of these times I was going to stretch and do that and black out, and it was done.
Yeah.
There had been times, I think, for whatever reason, for a couple of years, and I don't know what it was, but after I turned 25, I was like, am I staying up because I'm afraid to go to sleep because I might not wake up?
Yeah.
Like, I just started having all kinds of crazy freaking thoughts like that, man.
You're just at the beginning stages.
I know. That's
you know, the thing for me is I don't feel 50
Mm-hmm.
I still feel the same, other than the pains and the aches, and of course, but you know, even that, I broke my back. That could have happened when I was 10.
Yeah.
You know, but then the realization, what you're talking about, my eye opening, or my, you know, blurred vision moment was when all my family members started dying, like back to back to back to back. And I realized that as the youngest of 12, I'm probably going to have to lose everybody I've known before I die. And that effed me up. My mind was in such a bad place when that was happening. And that's when I found y'all on the EXP. And I found my long lost brother Jay and my long lost brother Zach. And I couldn't love you two more if we grew up together. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Your wife too, but she's not a brother. She's a pain in the ass. Sister, same thing. Same thing. Sister, pain in the ass. But seriously, I mean it when I say that shit. I love you guys. You guys are my family. And if you ever need anything, you know you can pick up a phone. I'm here.
Oh, yeah.
And chances are I'm awake too, because I never sleep.
We love you too, man. And that's something else, little soapbox moment I have. We need to get over the stigma of telling people that, you know, you care about, regardless if you're a dude or not. Tell your friends you love them, man.
Yep.
Like, I didn't tell my dad, or at least I didn't feel like I told my dad I loved him enough. Like, it wasn't until I got older. My dad and I didn't always get along. There's a couple years there, especially when I was a stupid teenager, that I didn't get along with my dad. And it wasn't until after I moved out of the house. And the stigma of being a dude and you know, don't tell your friends you love them. Tell them, you know, what's up, or you're an asshole, or something like that. Like, we can still do that. But, man, you need to, every day, you need to tell the people in your life that you love them. Yep. Like, I got no shame at all telling Ed or Nope or anybody, man, I love you.
Yep.
I tell Nick that almost every show when we're done. I don't care. Nobody should be afraid or think that anybody's going to think less of them when you telling somebody in your life that you love them, regardless of if they're man or woman, or, you know,
absolutely,
blood or whatever, because family extends way farther than blood. So if anything, folks, tell the people in your life that you love them while you can. Don't wait.
Even if they give you a funny look. Because I came to this realization a few years ago, and I started doing that with my friends. And the first time I did it, they looked at me like they were uncomfortable. And you got to remember, I'm Gen X. We grew up, you take care of yourself, you don't whine, you don't complain, you get your shit done. I don't want to hear about it. And whatever you do, you don't talk about your feelings, and you don't get emotional. You're the man, even if you're only 10.
Mm-hmm.
And after this started happening, when one of my buddies that I've known since kindergarten, who's no longer with me, so thank God I did it. Like the year before he died, when he came over, I greeted him with a huge hug, no handshake. And I said, I want you to know that I love you. and you're as much a brother to me as any of the ones that were born of my mother. And he was dead a year later. And I'm so glad. He was so uncomfortable and didn't know what to say. He teared up and said, I love you too, bro. And I've got that now. So don't be afraid to say it. Tell people you love them. If it makes them feel uncomfortable, I guarantee you it's only temporary. And then they'll realize, wow, I got a real friend here. So, yeah, what Jay said times 100.
The older I get,
Roberto,
man.
did you send me any leftovers? Do you do Uber Eats or anything?
Yeah, that's like I said. The stigma of dudes telling other dudes that they love them. I wish we could just. But again, I was raised the same way though too. You didn't hug your guy friends. You gave them a high five or something. You didn't hug them. You didn't tell your male cousins you loved them.
No.
And hell, I lost my dad, and right after that, one of my cousins, and then right after that, his brother.
Yeah.
So I told those guys I loved them all the time. Once I got older, I got over that whole, hey man, don't tell because they're gonna think you're weird. I don't care.
Don't care.
Don't care at all.
There's going to come a time when you're not going to be able to tell them.
Exactly.
So do it while you can.
Exactly.
Because when they're gone,
regret it at all.
No, I don't either. I don't either, and I do it. But I don't overdo it. It's only the people I truly feel that way about. I don't say it to everybody. But the friends that do means I let them know.
Yep.
And one of my biggest regrets, and I don't mean to end the show on a downer, and I don't want to get you misty-eyed because I never got to hear my dad say he was proud of me because I was a kid. Yeah. And I don't even remember him saying, I love you, but he always showed it by what he did. And I don't want to leave that legacy behind. I want every person on this planet that means something to me to know you mean something to me. Your presence here made a positive impact on my life, and I'm happy to know you. So that's how I live now. And if that makes people uncomfortable, they'll get over it.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
I love you, you bastard.
Yeah, I love you too, prick.
So before we hop out of here, folks, I do need to get. Hold on. Let me read Roberto's comment. Church girl, great. Mr.
That's awesome, Roberto. That is awesome.
Yep. I'm telling you, man. The stigma of dudes not being able to tell other dudes they love them and hug them and stuff like that, that needs to come to a close, man. We've outgrown that by now, I would hope. But
I have.
Let me go ahead and let's pick the next book.
All right, spin that wheel.
Here, let me get this. Let me take the chat off for just a second.
More money, more money, more money.
All right.
What did they always say on The Price is Right when they'd spin the wheel? They'd say something. I don't remember.
I can't remember either. We're going to shuffle this bad boy up. And here we go. Let's see what I'm going to read next week. And as always, folks, you can also read along if you got it. Is it going to be? Yes, it is. I'm going to read the Dungeon Crawler Carl comic.
That was rigged.
That was from, that was Kyle's
That's from your boss. I call rigged.
So that was Kyle's pick. I think he wants me to do the books too, but I got the comic from Free Comic Book Day, so I'm gonna start with that. But I've heard great things about Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Isn't that what you and Nope were talking about last week?
Yeah, he's loved it. He's listening to it. There's going to be a show.
Cool.
An animated show, I guess, coming from Seth MacFarlane.
Oh, nice.
So, yes, buddy.
Oh, poor puppy.
Yeah, it's about that time to go OUT as well. So, Ed, brother, I'm going to drop you off.
Have a good night, man.
You too. Love you, man. Thank you for always coming through and being the co-host on this thing with me. I appreciate you.
I will be here any night you need me, brother.
Awesome. All right. See you in a minute. There we go. All right, folks, that was the end of the show. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. I say this every week. I mean it, and I hope you know I mean it. I appreciate anybody just dropping in, saying hello, sticking around for the weirdness. This is not a very put together show. It's just meant to be fun, a good place for folks to hang out, have a good time. Got anything you want to talk about in the chat? By all means, you're always welcome to say anything. If there's anything you've been reading, anything you want to suggest, again, you can come back to this video later. If you think of something, hey, Jay, you want to take a look at this or watch this movie? Anything, man. This is a show that only happens because of y'all. We do it anyway. It'd just be the three of us, the four of us sometimes just randomly yapping. But having y'all here means the world. We always have a good time. Thank you for showing up, folks. If you're new here, like, share, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. If you've made it this far in the video, you're watching on the rewind. Welcome to the craziness. Hope you enjoyed it. Folks, I want you all to have a very, very safe rest of your weekend. And we'll see you next time. Take care. Later.
We talk about everything that makes us hum. Hail Hydra Asylum, hail Hydra Asylum. From trailers, comics, news, and more, we'll give you what you're looking for. Hail Hydra Asylum, hail, 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 hail Hydra Asylum.
Hydra.
Hydra. Oh, fancy.